to see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Cats and dogs are barking and meowing right now.
This is truly terrible. I don't want to play the whole thing, but you have to hear the end.
Oh, okay.
That you can't end the song halfway through. That's just not. Oh.
They didn't even try to get to the note.
Oh. Still there. Oh, or the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Some of them don't even know the words of the song, obviously, because I just stopped singing.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome to episode 345 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I am Jeffrey.
And I'm Brian.
And with you guys drinking some beers, talk what's going on. Brian, was that worse than Fergie doing the national anthem?
Yes.
Was it worse than Roseanne?
No. Yeah, it was. It's definitely worse than Roseanne too. Yeah, they were both bad. So, but nothing like that. I mean, if my cats could have heard that, they would probably be screaming right now. But luckily, I had speakers on. Shut it off! Shut it off!
Well,
women's
professional baseball has kicked off. Basically, the WMLB.
Okay, I hadn't even heard about this.
Well, the MLB has nothing to do with it. They only do softball. They don't do baseball. This is an independent league. Has nothing, it's not like WNBA affiliated with the NBA.
Okay.
That was the first national anthem sung for the first game of this women's baseball league.
That's horrible.
You could have found some random dude on the side of the road with a guitar.
Who could do better? Who could do better?
With a guitar looking for tips. That could have done a better job. Exactly. And that was 3 of them. And sometimes she just stopped singing. And then she came back, but it was on the wrong freaking phrase.
Yeah.
I had to share that one. I knew you didn't even know there was women's baseball.
No, I didn't. That's new.
I knew it wouldn't have come across your feed because that's not the kind of thing you follow. And I was like, oh my God, he has to hear this national anthem. The game was terrible, obviously. The poor women are wearing cages on their faces like they do in softball for the same reason as they have slower reaction times.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get hit with a batted ball, the chances are you might destroy your face. And didn't we just recently talk about this with an MLB pitcher who got hit in the face with like a batted fastball or something like that, moving like 150 miles an hour and hit his face?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we just talked about this. Oh, it's not safe anyway. And then whatever. At least 100% fair. The women aren't throwing the ball nearly as fast, and they're not hitting it as nearly as hard. So I mean, it's not going to be moving as fast. It's not like they're having Nolan Ryan throw a friggin' fastball for Ken Griffey Jr. is going to hit straight back at your face. All right. What the fuck's going on in this ballroom? I don't understand the problem. And
the courts are saying that it has to be approved by Congress.
What does?
Trump can't willy-nilly put a ballroom in the White House.
But isn't it already like a ballroom, basically? Like all he's doing is renovating a room. Obama put in a fucking basketball court, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, but that was okay because he was Obama.
Well, how come all of a sudden how come it only matters when it's Trump?
This is because it's anti-Trump.
But how come the courts didn't come out and scream the same shit? Like, oh, yeah, you need this, you need that. It's like, well, no one gave a shit when this was done. How many times before? And like the ballroom area there, was it the East Wing, is it?
Yeah, the East
Isn't
Wing's.
even like, it's relatively new since like Nixon, right?
Yeah.
Criminy. So anyway, a court made a ruling. It's being appealed or something. How? Well, they need Congress basically. Is Congress going to stand by this since it's already fucking started?
No, of course not, because it's about Trump. There's just going to be a hole in on the White House lawn for until the next president.
But don't the Republicans have the House? When they say Congress, does that mean it has to go through Senate too, or just the
Yeah.
Congress?
Yeah, it's got to be passed by both.
Oh, that means you got to deal with like Susan Collins and the likes of her. That Hey, how's this? Can Susan Collins take over the mantle of biggest rhino from Lindsey Graham? Right.
Probably.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I think. All right, because she calls herself a Republican in Maine, but I mean, friggin' most of the Democrats are supporting the SAVE Act, and she's still voting against it. But apparently, I heard some news about that. Something about the SAVE Act coming up. I'm not sure exactly what it was. We might get to it. I'm not sure it's in here. All right. Oh, um, apparently Trump is using the advice he got from a handful of people to include Kavanaugh on how to deal with this birthright citizenship thing. And he's already got a list of people to basically denaturalize and deport.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I would have liked to have seen quicker action, honestly, but I understand it takes some time to get together a plan that falls within the law that's been outlined by the Supreme Court, as opposed to Joe Biden, who just does it again and says, I'll wait for the Supreme Court to strike it down again.
Right.
Student loans, right? I can't believe he did that too. He's like, well, they already said no once, so I'm just gonna do it again and wait for him to say no again. It's like, what the fuck? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's an impeachable offense.
Sure is, but nobody impeached him.
Well, of course not, because the Republicans have no spines. This is why I refuse to register Republican, because I have a fucking spine. Uh, and it's funny because tonight, some of the difference between our views of the world is going to come out because it hasn't been so obvious lately.
Okay.
But some of the stuff I have seen and noticed that you have not is going to be brought up. All right. Where are we at? Oh,
Smithsonian director keeps on digging a hole.
yeah. What'd you do this time?
Well, some of her remarks about social justice from the past, from her social media and everything, contradicts her testimony to the Senate.
I'm sorry, I missed that last part. What was that?
It contradicts what she just testified about.
Oh, everything yes, exactly. Well, they
So
quoted
will
her
she be
own
held in
policy
contempt
tour.
of Congress now too?
Could be. We'll see. Do the Republicans have spines or not? Because the Democrats did not hesitate to put Navarro and Bannon in prison, did they?
No.
And yeah, I know I only brought up Navarro before when we mentioned Fauci last week, but Bannon was like the big one that went to jail because he was saying I can't divulge his information; it's executive privilege. So he went and got permission from the president, and Trump was like, "Yeah, go ahead, you can do it." And by the time he got back to Congress, like, "Nope, too late, you're going to jail." And it's like, you expected him to break executive privilege? It's like, how did that go? And nobody, no judge turned around and go, wait, no, there's no way you can do that.
Right.
And here's the question. Do judges get to take a case because they say something stupid, or does it have to be brought up first? Like the Supreme Court, for example. Because I know typically a case comes up, then a judge is randomly assigned. The Supreme Court, I know they pick their cases, but
Yeah.
is that just stuff up for appeal? or do they get to say even this? You know what I mean? Even though this wasn't appealed, it should be. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's up. It's got to get brought to because there's regions that are divided up between the Supreme Court justices, and they control that region and decide if any of these cases that aren't up for appeal they want to look at and supersede the
Then
appeal.
and then bring it up to the rest of the justices.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a long, drawn out process.
I'm sure it is, and it always is. And that's what stops things from happening too quickly before they get out of control. When things happen quickly, you can have consequences you hadn't anticipated versus being able to see them coming, Which is my big issue with the left is they want to rush everything through, cram it through. Like, you guys, the whole point of this thing is to be slow so that we don't cram shit through, then find out. Once everything's pushed through, find out that you just bankrupted 2/3 of the country because you didn't, you know what I mean? You didn't anticipate the grasshopper surge with your preservation act that was going to destroy the crops, for example. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you don't rush it, you can see this stuff coming. Like, oh crap, it's already beginning.
Yep.
Anyway, I'm sorry to bring that up, but that's as well as I. This system was designed to be slow.
Yeah. For a reason. Yep. Just like
Yeah,
you just said. Yep.
yeah, exactly the reasons I just brought up. uh Oh, okay. So it looks like the government's not going to shut down. Did we even mention this?
No, because we're getting bored with
Because
it.
it happens every time under Trump,
Yeah.
doesn't it? And that's the Democrats are actually using it as a weapon at this point. Like, oh, we're just going to shut the government down. It's like, what the fuck? You were elected to run the government, not shut it down,
Well,
right?
Schumer agreed to keep the government open until after the elections in December. In December now is
That's
the next
that's
shutdown.
that seems fair, actually. And I'm surprised it's something that I say surprised. It has been historically a thing where one party that has the majority and won the presidential vote usually gets their way a little bit longer until the election to see if people change their mind. Since Trump took office, that has not been a thing. Like, and
Yep.
it fascinates me too, because if you were to compare Bill Clinton in office to Trump today, Trump would be far right, and I'm sorry, Clinton would be far right, and Trump would be somewhere in the middle. I mean, shit, Bill Clinton, even Obama said marriage between one man and one woman, right?
Right.
No same-sex marriage, no polyamory. And Trump was like, I don't give a fuck what you guys do.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's why I keep saying Trump's not a real Republican. He's really not. This MAGA thing is something different, and it is. It's just good for the Republican Party.
Right.
It brings jobs back, which brings paychecks in, which brings in income taxes. And then the paychecks also create spending, which brings in sales taxes. It buys houses, which pays property tax. The more money Americans make, the more taxes we can bring in. And this is something the fucking
Exactly.
socialists don't understand at this point.
Yep.
Uh, McConnell. Okay, it says Mitch McConnell says he's been discharged from. Did McConnell actually say something? Like, anyone have any evidence that he's actually alive?
I
Because he's been
think he voted.
he showed up to the fucking Senate
Yeah.
because they told him to go home and rest.
Right.
Good for him. Not a huge fan of cocaine, Mitch,
No.
but I don't want him to die. You
No.
know. Uh, so okay, so there's I guess a wildfire out in Idaho. I think this came across my news feed right before we started the show. um, Helicopter with two passengers. I don't know if that means pilot and passenger or pilot and two passengers, but was doing its thing with the firefighting effort, whether they were observing or pouring water or calling out coordinates. I don't know because there's nothing out about this yet, but it went down and crashed in the forest fire. the Department of Forestry or whatever they're called,
Uh,
and the FAA have no information yet. Uh, Man, you wreck your helicopter in a forest fire. Sounds like your chances of survival are like zero. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And here's the thing too, is at least when airplanes go down, they're moving fast very forward very quickly. So they can rough land even through trees sometimes if it's not super dense. Helicopters just fall out of the fucking sky.
right.
You know what I mean? They just drop. That's anyway, I hope the best for these folks. It's in I'm sorry, yeah, Utah, not Idaho. I'm sorry. Wide Mouth 2 fire. I think you shared this one about, I guess some toddler ran up on the stage when Trump was talking about,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
was it a veteran thing? No, it was a tax on tips thing, wasn't it?
I think so. And then he stopped and went and scooped up the toddler. He said he didn't want him to fall like Biden.
Well, yeah, I guess this cop and his wife, who's a casino waitress, were cheering about this no tax on tips, and they had their kids with them, and one kid just started running around, and Trump like scooped him up exactly before he just ran off the stage and fell.
Right.
I just thought it was hilarious that he's like, "Oh, don't want him to pull a Biden and fall off the stage."
Yeah.
Man, how is he ready with these all the time? You know what I mean?
He
That this man
is.
is,
He is.
how old is he? He's almost
He's
80.
yeah, yeah.
He's always got a witty comment. And
Hmm.
that's what pisses most people off about him. I think it's makes him fucking hilarious. All right. Speaking of Joe Biden, Hunter, I guess, is saying that the Biden family is broke.
That would not shock me since it's just like the Clinton Foundation when Hillary Clinton lost election to be president, it was gone within 6 months. It shut
That was
down
the
and was
Clinton
defunct.
Foundation, though. That was a fund that people put money into versus how much money someone
Yes,
actually
because they
had.
thought they were getting access to the Clintons for power. The
Yes,
Bidens
but
have
when that
nothing to
ended, the
offer the
Clintons
world
still had.
now either. Nobody even wanted to buy Biden's book. Biden's whole book backfired on him too. You know,
It flopped.
yeah,
The one that is
what
being
he's going
brought
to
up,
court for now.
he can't stand trial. That was the whole thing that happened when this happened the first time with what her or whatever was his name, right?
Yeah,
Who's a
yeah.
lawyer who's like, no, he's incompetent to even face charges.
Well, if you're
And I
too
was like,
incompetent to face charges, you're too incompetent to be the president of the United States.
yes, baffled me. And the Democrats were, oh my god, listening to their arguments blew my mind. And I was like, okay, so he is competent, so he should stand trial. Like, well, no, obviously he's a bumbling buffoon. Well, okay, okay. I think you shared this one too. This new school. I'm guessing it's gonna be a private school, or is this a public school?
This is a private school.
I'm not sure what I think of it. You're using AI as teachers.
This sounds kind of like um uh what Terminator style, We got AI teaching the humans, and pretty soon the AI will be smarter than the humans, and where do they go from there?
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem is as it stands now, in terms of how AI works, it can never be smarter than people. It might be able to do what people can do faster, and what might not even faster in terms of like a couple hours, but like decades. But it
Hmm.
can't do anything that people can't do because we wrote the program. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
I like the search results I get from AI a hell of a lot better than using Google search or any
Well,
DuckDuckGo or anything like that.
the problem with the AI stuff is it takes the internet and it pours it into their AI processor to learn. So if a whole bunch of people say a whole bunch of stupid shit, that's what it learns.
Right.
And that's a little terrifying because how much stupid shit has come up from the Democrats on the internet
A lot.
saying that like the founding of this country was the exact opposite of what it was.
Yeah, a
Just
lot.
wait till you ask AI to write your report about the American Revolution, and it talks about uh Thomas Washington, who sailed across the Mississippi River with an octopus and killed all the illegal immigrants. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Okay. I know the name Clay Travis, and I know it has he owns like
He
a
took over
website.
for Rush. He took over for Rush Limbaugh. Him and Clay and
So
Buck.
okay, so it is Clay and Buck Clay. I thought so,
Yes,
but
it is. Uh-huh.
apparently he owns another big deal, Outkick.
He did.
I don't.
He still like owns a portion of it. He started Outkick and sold it off to Fox so they could compete with the other like ESPN and all those companies. So
What's
Fox owns
Outkick?
Outkick now, but he's still like CEO of it or something stupid
Okay,
like
so he's
that.
the founder at least.
Yes, he's the founder.
Okay, and I saw the name and I was like, oh, I thought he uses Clay and Buck Clay, and
No, it
then
is.
it brought up Outkick, but not his like big deal podcast or AM radio show, FM radio show that you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did he do?
Well, I think we talked about this when he first did it, when he offered $1 million.
Wait, this was a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, he's upped his ante for the world champion WNBA team,
Las
Las
Vegas,
Vegas
right?
Aces, to play a high school's basketball team that won a state championship. Doesn't matter what state, doesn't matter what team. It can be any team that's won a state championship. And if they win, he will give the WNBA team $10 million, which, when you dig into the article, is a whole lot more money than they're currently making right now.
Well, they're literally making no money right now.
Yeah.
They're
So,
losing money by paying the athletes, renting the venues, and paying the staff.
because there's in one of these articles here, it
They're being
basically
subsidized by
said
the
that,
NBA.
yeah, it is, but they get paid. Let me see if it's in this one or the next one. Oh, yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
The annual revenue from the Aces is $33 million. So that would be a third of their annual revenue over. So it would just to play a high school state title team and beat
To
them.
play, they don't have to win.
No, they got to win. Because
Well,
he said it shouldn't be hard, right? After all, there's no difference between males and females, right?
especially high school, but no, exactly. It should
And
be
then the
easy. They're
Fever
high
head
school
coach,
kids.
Fever head coach came out saying that she grew up playing with boys, right?
Okay, but then went to go play with girls because
She has better.
why?
Yeah, exactly.
Um, he said to the team, not to the players, the
No, it's
athletes.
just he's something he said on his radio show.
So they will
And
figure out the details. So like, if the team gets it, I mean, they could just like,
do whatever they want with it.
yeah. Well, I mean, is there a salary cap in WNBA? I don't know.
I would doubt it. And
I
he
mean,
said he talked to some guy named Danny the Kitch. It looks like a podcast.
yeah, I clicked on it and I shared it anyway because you shared both these articles. But
And he
the
wants Elon
video is like
Musk
40
to
minutes
bump up.
long.
He wants Elon Musk to up the ante and make it like 100 million.
No, it would be hilarious if Elon Musk turned around and said, "I think this is a great idea. I'll pay for your entire league's expenses for one
If
year if you can
if
win."
you win, yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, didn't the women's World Cup team for the United States that won the World Cup that year, was it 8 years ago, 12 years ago? Didn't they
Yeah.
lose to a high school soccer boys team?
Yes, because we talked about it on the show back in the day. Yeah.
We talked about what had happened, and again, when people talking about trans and this and that in
Yeah.
sports, it's like they lost to high school boys. If you're losing to high school athletes, how are you winning world championships?
Right.
There must be some difference here, right?
Yep.
And it's funny about that because there's this French transgender basketball player who's crushing women's basketball in France. Like draining 3-point shots, running down the court in like 4 seconds,
Right.
almost dunking, which is better than anything we've seen from women in basketball anyway. But is trying to get a contract in the WNBA, and none of the teams are biting, which I found interesting because this person's points, their numbers, their stats are way better. And the WNBA has been making a big deal since the Sophie Cunningham thing came out. Remember?
Right.
Yeah, with the whole pointing garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, she came out with her transgender and women's sports thing, and everyone's coming out like, oh yeah, whatever. Trans Black Lives Matter. Who gives a
Right.
fuck? Like, seriously? Anyway, you make it a big deal, and they're coming out and saying, I wouldn't mind a trans athlete on my team. It's like, first of all, obviously not, because you can have LeBron James on your fucking team.
Right.
You know? It's like, or playing against one. Like, until you catch a LeBron James elbow to your fucking face.
Right.
But they're not. No one has signed this French dude, or I'm sorry, woman, who's destroying all of the frigging records in women's basketball. It's very interesting to see the argument they're making versus the action they're taking, you know?
Right. Uh-huh. They're not their actions aren't speaking louder than words.
Correct. You see this guy? I think he's running for a state office, the Hawaiian guy.
Yeah, I saw this clip.
Yeah, I think he's running for like a Hawaii Congress, not like federal Congress. I'm not sure. Uh, but yeah, this video went super viral. Gets up in some dude's face on the beach of Hawaii, starts talking a bunch of trash, and gets knocked out with a single punch. He ended up losing that race because he was in jail because he started a fight. Like, oh, but yeah, but he was the one who got knocked out. He's like, yeah, but he started a fight. Just because you lost doesn't mean you get to win in a courtroom. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But yeah, that he ended up losing that race, and then the rest of his criminal record came out because it's public record. You know, sooner or later it's gonna come pouring out. This dude has done this like a dozen times, just
Right.
talking trash to tourists, which is hilarious because it's a freaking 40-year-old white guy. It's not like some like indigenous Hawaiian. You know what I mean?
Right.
Screaming at tourists in Hawaii. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking tourist. You know? Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
Holly. You're
I'm sorry.
Holly.
Are you the colonialist? You know? I mean, yeah, exactly. He's a Howley. And didn't we just talk about this last week when a whole family got like attacked by native Hawaiians? What's going
Yeah.
on in Hawaii, man? They've been in the news too much the last couple of years. What was that big fire when everyone died because they weren't allowed to drive across Oprah's property because of a fire? Attacking tourists a couple times recently. How does Hawaii make their money? Because I guarantee you it's not the
Tourism.
I guarantee you it's not the steel industry from Hawaii, okay?
No, it's definitely tourism.
Yes.
Like 90% of their income comes from tourism.
Oh, this is cool. I found this out today, actually. I brought my daughter to a thing. She did a summer school program with like extra reading, extra whatever, going into first grade. And they gave her a newspaper as like a handout thing today.
Hmm.
It was like an event, like a cookout thing, whatever. And they got goodie bags. There's a newspaper, and I opened it up. It was from Wednesday, which I thought was interesting. It was 2 days old. Um, a girl from here at Webster County, from Webster Springs, actually went to the Webster County High School, is going to be competing in the Patriot Games.
Oh,
I never heard of this.
no.
Apparently it's some national athletic competition. I'm assuming Trump set this up
For
because he
250?
brought. Well, yes, exactly, and he was the one who brought back the presidential physical fitness certification.
Yeah.
Um, but she's gonna go on and compete in like obstacle courses and like military style training type competition. There's two people from each state, one male, one female, and one's from right down here, down the street from me. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, she does well.
And
There'll be a ticker tape parade for her.
yeah, and actually, remember Sarah Beckham? She was the National Guardsman that was killed. That was from right next to me too.
Yeah.
They got her picture up in one of those banners. I'm sure you've noticed they're doing it pretty much nationwide now, like the veterans, the hometown
Hmm.
veteran thing. They got her
Yeah.
picture up now, and they have an angel cut out of wood underneath it. And I was like, oh, that's really classy, you know. I notice things, okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some fucking nut job named Paul Skeens out here in Webster County, uh, was begging. I'm assuming this is a child because it never mentions their name, their sex, or their age. The victim, that is.
Right.
Uh, this dude Paul Skeens was asking for like sexual acts over and over again, and it was being like, no, 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 no. Dude grabbed a hold of this person who managed to fight free, and was like, no, motherfucker drew a gun and pointed it at this victim. Uh so anyway, the state troopers end up showing up, and he begged the troopers not to take his fucking guns. And like I said, I'm assuming this was a kid because they didn't tell you sex,
Right.
age, or any of that. You know what I mean? So it's like this guy was probably trying to fucking rape a kid at gunpoint, and he's expected to get to keep his fucking gun. Nah. No, not how this works. Not here. Okay. Uh, and you shared this one today, and I actually commented back, holy shit.
Yeah.
The, holy shit, what's going on?
This apparently they're feuding in the Detroit suburbs with neighborhoods because this couple's been accused of throwing an explosive into the neighbor's yard, which it's kind of against the law to throw explosives anywhere, especially into somebody else's yard. And there was a two-word alarming warning with it. It said "bye bye" was written on the device, and this couple that was 45 and 38, tossed it into their 72-year-old's neighbor's yard. It was described as a red cylindrical device with the words "bye bye" on it, so it sounds like it could be a stick of dynamite. And they searched the people's homes, found more firearms, ammunition, and materials for assembling explosive devices.
Yeah.
So,
Wait,
and they're
see,
the
this is
each of these felonies carries a maximum penalty of 15 years in prison.
here's the thing is yeah, that's the thing. This person's looking at like 1,000 years in prison, right?
The judge granted them $100,000 cash only bond, but the big surprise, they're still in jail.
Cash only. That means you can't even put like your house up,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Now
Who's gonna
the lady, they gave her a $20,000 bond, but he gave her the ability to go through a bail bondsman for the 20,000.
I didn't even realize a judge was allowed to say no, you can't use a bail bondsman. But yeah, who's gonna come up with $100,000 in cash for real?
Not anybody that's not rich.
Yeah, I'm like, I keep a nice stockpile for an emergency, more than I need, honestly. And I know that sounds like I'm fucking being pompous, but no, because I'm sinking a ton of money into this house to be 100% fair, dude. Uh, sorry, I got distracted by Ronnie showing up here. But yeah, what ideally you have what a 6 months mortgage or rent aside for an emergency. That's the ideal emergency fund.
Yeah.
I like to keep 20 grand aside. But if a tree falls on my house, I don't want to have to wait for insurance and etc. to deal with like getting my children out of my house into a hotel room, getting the building started.
Right.
I'll pay out cash to get it started and then get reimbursed by insurance.
Right.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh, you don't need to. It's like I don't need to, but I've managed to. And this is
Yeah.
only because I fucked up so bad before that I learned that for real, don't throw your pennies away, kind of thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, they add up.
Yes, they do.
All right. Anyway, you shared this one too about the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, they
And
said it's gonna be a weird winter this year.
it
Cold
did.
and warm, cold and warm.
Yeah, which is I was wondering what this winter was gonna be like a week or so ago because like, man, we had a nasty heat wave, nasty snap of hot. But
Yeah.
since then it's been like on and off rain and realistically like in the 70s. Now
It ain't
granted I'm on a
rained. It hasn't rained here in months.
well, I mean, again I'm on a mountain top, so it's a little cooler, I get a little more rain. I go down town, it's in like the mid 80s. I'm usually seeing 90 degrees Fahrenheit this time of year, you know?
Okay.
I'm just Massachusetts, I saw 90 degrees. Every year I saw 100 degrees Fahrenheit on the South Shore of Massachusetts. And that's pretty far north to
Yeah.
be 100 degrees Fahrenheit, but it
Yeah.
was every fucking summer I grew up. And then like, oh, climate change, global warming. I'm like it hit 100 in Massachusetts. It always does. Since I've been alive, I grew up there, you know? That's why you see houses I'm sorry, houses with pools in Massachusetts.
Right.
Because if it never got above 80, no one would ever go swimming.
Right.
I'm sorry, not above 80. If it never got to 80. Anyway, I'm not sure. Can Ron hear us or what? He's still got a black
Hey
screen.
guys, are you
All
there?
right. Yeah, man. Wasn't
Just
sure
got a
what's
new
going
device.
on with you.
Just got a new device, mate. Just trying to work out my camera now.
I don't know. Maybe the camera not on is how we can hear you without the garble.
Mate, might be the way to go. I've got a head for
Because you
radio.
sound better.
I've got a
Video
head for
takes up a
radio
lot
anyway.
of data stream.
Yeah, now I've got a head for radio, boys. So
Oh, there you go. That's what's up.
how we
Anyway,
been?
I'm doing all right, man. Not a ton in the news this week. It's just been how the left has been out of fucking control. And we're currently talking about Michigan. And speaking of the left being out of control, Brian, please tie it into Michigan with
All
this
right.
Abdul Al Saeed guy. Dear
Yeah.
God, I'm good at this, aren't I?
Yeah. Um, he is actually he just won the Democrat nomination to be their nominee for U.S. Senator in November. Um, but he is about as far left as you can go,
He's
go,
charismatic, though,
go.
so be careful. He's
But
charismatic. When he made a comment about how the many of us is more powerful than the money of them. And I was like, ooh, that's good. You know what I mean?
yeah, but
Brian,
he
you
said,
coked up?
huh?
Are you coked up?
No,
All right, you're chewing on your tongue like you used to back when
no,
we
no.
never
Um,
ever did cocaine.
But yeah, and so Mike Rogers has come out, the nominee for the Republican side, and he's actually running ads towards Democrats after this
Yeah,
guy's win.
yeah, tell him to split off, create the funny thing I got to laugh is like, oh, create a new party. I was like, no, the Democrats are the party. You need to expel the socialists.
Right.
Yeah, create a new party. The Democrat am I the only one who knows this? Ron may know because he knows shit that he should know as an Australian. But the Democrat Party of the United States is the oldest political party on the planet. Apparently, Ron didn't know that, or he's still trying to figure out his new
New
toys.
rig.
Oh no, like there's been a lot of parties come and go, mate. The Tories party is also one of the oldest ones as well too in England.
Yeah, one of the oldest. I'm saying the Democrat Party of the United States is the oldest on the planet, though.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, mate.
Since the founding of the nation, it was the Democrats and the Whigs, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people had enough of the slavery thing and the it was more than just slavery. I'll agree to that. I'll admit to that. But let's be real. When they say states' rights, they meant the right to own people. Right?
Yep.
Actually, not quite far back. Let's see here.
Okay,
It's
Lincoln was the first one elected president. How is that? First Republican.
yeah. The Democrat Party was formed after the Civil War, and it was dominant in
No
the
kidding.
South.
I could have sworn the Democrats were original to this nation. My mistake. So they're not that much older than the Republicans then. If they were formed after the Civil War, then they're younger than the Republicans. Right?
Yeah.
Well, then I go have to go look at my numbers again. Maybe they just changed their name from one party to another. I could have sworn
1828. Okay, there were two different
the
Democrat
Democrat Party,
parties.
1828 was before the Civil War.
Okay, but it says there were actually two different parties. No, well, it says the party is way different than today as it was back then. So 1828, yeah.
Yes, that's where this idea of this party switch came from that everyone keeps trying to bring up when you point out Lincoln was a Republican. But yeah, it wasn't that the Republicans and the Democrats switched. It was that there were two Democrat parties. See, I'll quick Google search from our boy here, and we
AI,
learned a lot.
man, AI.
AI, whatever. Google would have done it too.
Not as quickly.
Not as quickly as AI, mate.
But yeah, since he won the primary, he's come out and said that he's not going to offer a safe quarter to anybody.
Yeah,
Which
first of all,
people
what is
have come
that?
out and said that's kind of a
No,
racist
he didn't say
term.
anybody. Didn't he say it specifically to the Republican running against him?
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Safe quarter, like you can't go be safe. And just a heads up, I'm pretty
Because
sure
he's bringing apparently Al Sayed owns property in Dubai.
Dubai.
Well, Rogers owns property in Florida.
Yes, exactly. And he brought up Rogers. Oh, you got a second house and a vacation house in Florida. It's like you have a fucking house in Dubai.
Exactly.
What's that?
Yeah.
Which
like we
one's
said
cheaper?
before. Like
Dubai
we
is
said
not.
before. If New York City's not the richest fucking city on the planet, Dubai is, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Have you been to Dubai? Because I've been to Dubai.
I have not been to Dubai. I've been at the Bahrain, but not Dubai.
Okay.
You told me about
I did.
Dubai, though.
I did Bahrain. I did Dubai. Have you been to Dubai,
Oh
Ron?
no, him and his wife
No,
own
mate.
two foreign properties, one in India and one in Dubai.
Yes, they own one in
Then
India
the
too.
Dubai property is worth $250,000.
Which that means it's probably a piece of shit in Dubai, honestly.
And this guy also calls himself a doctor, but he doesn't have a medical license to be a doctor. And he doesn't have a PhD either.
That's where I was gonna go. I'm not sure how these doctorates work.
I don't think he has one.
I know that a medical doctor and a philosophical doctor are not the same thing. I know that. I know.
I think
an
he was
MD,
studying
PhD.
medicine, but realized there's more money in politics.
So is it that to be a medical doctor, you don't have to write a thesis?
No.
Well,
You
No,
just
this
have
way,
to
mate.
pass.
you got to get a license. You got to go through a board. It's like being a lawyer.
So he finished his education but never got his license. So he was never
Yes.
actually it's not like he wrote a thesis and got a PhD.
No,
And was it like
Yeah.
okay.
It's like Dr. Jill Boyd, mate. I wouldn't let her take a splinter
I
out of my
was just
thumb.
gonna bring up Dr. Jill, thank you.
She didn't have a PhD either.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her put a plaster on my finger.
and records are coming
didn't
out
Bill
saying at one
Cosby-
point. Go ahead.
Didn't Bill Cosby get an honorary PhD too?
Yes, he
Yep.
did. They took it away. He also has come out backing driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, it's discriminatory to not give illegal immigrants driver's licenses, is what he said.
Yeah.
I can really can see with this socialism. It's creeping into America. The
Oh,
build,
trust me,
the build,
this is what
the
we've been
build.
talking about, Ron. This is what Brian and I have been talking about for coming on 10 years now.
You look at it, mate. They built a fortress in Flint, Michigan. They've got the numbers in there now. They're starting to get numbers in areas now. They're starting to try and do it in Texas.
Well,
They're hitting
Dearborn's the one that's got more Muslims than.
Dearborn is
yeah, sorry,
Muslim,
Dearborn,
not
man. Yeah,
socialist.
Okay. All right.
yeah. I know
They've got
Dearborn
them.
is, mate.
Their whole city council and mayor is Muslim.
They're going
Yes,
to
and
work, mate.
that's the
They got one. Sorry,
And
guys. They
they
got
got
one
like the
area.
hugest mosque in in America, I think, in
Did
Dearborn
you
now
see
too.
Japan is building a mosque on one of their like ancient mountains?
No, I didn't.
And the Japanese are pissed.
Well, they would let them do it.
I mean, I don't know what religion your typical Japanese person has, honestly. I
Um,
really don't. I'm gonna assume Christianity, but that's just because I'm
no, it's not
assuming,
No,
Christianity.
or
no,
is
it's
it
not.
some
It was,
ancient polytheistic thing?
no, I think it went back to the emperor, mate. It's like the
The
emperor
emperor
was
is
there.
God, right?
Yep.
Okay. No, I think you might be right on this one because I at least they haven't revoked that.
They've got two major religions, Shinto and Buddhism.
Buddhism, really?
Yeah.
Christianity is about 2% of the population. Other
Oof.
is below that.
But yeah, the Japanese are like, why are you building a mosque in Japan? It's like we're definitely not a Muslim nation, you
Oh,
know?
mate, they don't let Muslims get away much over there in Japan.
Japan is super racist.
Yeah, that's gonna
I
go
wouldn't,
well.
I wouldn't say racist. I reckon they're very patriotic, mate. It's like even drinking coffee. You can't walk down the street drinking coffee in Japan.
No, check
You
this
walk
out. They
through it.
have houses right now you can buy in Japan. They're like 14-bedroom houses for like $100,000. They're putting them out there online, but they only want white people and they prefer Americans. They'll take
Oh
white
yeah.
people from other countries, but they're trying to sell off properties that were like investments that failed. And there's like this massive area of Japan just covered in mansions. And they can't get anyone to buy them themselves. So they're like, let's import some people who bring in money. And I was like, so they picked uh white men, and in particular, if they can get the actual choice, white American men. And I thought that was freaking fascinating.
Mm.
I think they
Oh mate,
I think
you look what happened in the European Union in their Parliament in Brussels. Did you see what happened there? European
so
Union. They
yeah,
voted
that
to get
it
rid of.
it looks like it's gonna fall apart soon, honestly.
Yeah, they voted to get rid of immigration and that over there now. And the biggest thing is that with what's going on, is that all these other countries like Germany and all that who let all these immigrants come in the first place, mate, they're regretting their decisions now. Is that Angela Merkel who let them in? She let them
Yeah.
in.
Are we allowed to call her Angela or do we have to call her Angela?
Oh, mate, I can
Well, she
call
was
blood.
forced by the EU to let them in, though.
Yeah, yeah. There's
Yeah,
big
but look what
changes
just happened
coming out.
look what just happened in Spain.
I know. We talked about this last week on the show, I believe.
Hey,
But
Guapo.
the
Guapo's still
Spanish,
setting up.
the Spanish people are revolting now against it. They're taking matters in their own hands. Have you seen what they've been doing? Spanish locals.
I've seen some stuff. I don't know what you're
Well, the
talking about.
Moroccans are showing up because they've seen it on social media that once they get to Spain, they can't be sent back.
There's
No.
Guapo.
So the
Still
locals are
plugging
taking their
in.
own hands, go around and
He's
find these
plugging
people.
in.
Well, what blew
Yeah,
my
mate.
mind is I was hearing about this when it was happening. And like, oh yeah, the Moroccans are invading Spain. I was like, how? How? I was like, they don't border.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I found out Spain has this freaking like city, you know what I mean? on the edge of Morocco. I was like, oh, what? I had no fucking idea. What was it, like 20,000 or something stupid? 30K?
Yeah, they had to deploy the military to the border of Spain to protect the borders.
But now the Spanish care.
Yeah, of
And
course.
speaking of Spanish, is our Spanish speaking guest finally plugged in and ready to go?
No,
El
he's
Guapo
still
still
standing
plugging
by.
himself in. He's like, oh shit, I got so much crap to plug in.
He's out of practice.
So, yeah, that would have been a good transition if he was ready, wouldn't it?
Yeah, what up? No.
Now his video's gone too. By the way,
Now
Ron,
he's not muted anymore. And
he's not.
now the El Guapo
I
has
think he can.
arrived.
I think he can hear us too.
I don't think so. He's not showing any reaction.
He's got that. Oh no, he just looks confused.
He's dazed and confused. Now he's disconnected. He's trying all over again.
uh, all right. So anyway, moving on. Virginia
He
Spanberger
can't
that
hear
we
anything.
what?
He says he can't hear anything.
I don't know. Maybe he needs to plug his headphones into the computer. Virginia Spanberger, who we brought up when she got elected, she's going to be a bigger problem than anyone realized, and she already is, right?
Right.
Uh, now she wants to let, was it like 66,000 felons vote?
Yeah, apparently there's some amendments on the ballot for November that would give felons automatic rights to vote and own guns once they
That's yeah. See, no, that's bullshit. Oh, you can own guns too. As she tries to outlaw every fucking gun in the state, right?
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Because that used to be the counter argument that people didn't think of was, well, you can't buy a gun either if you're a felon. Yeah, and everyone knew that one thing, but you also can't vote, and a lot of people don't seem to remember that one.
Right.
Like, no, and well, I mean, the same reason that you can't buy a gun as a felon applies to why you can't vote. You obviously make bad decisions, right?
Right.
I don't disagree with this logic, honestly, and I think it should take an actual appeal
I
to
think it should be a
to
case
a
by
court.
case ballot.
Yes,
So not
case by
like
case, you have to
not a
appeal to
whole
the
new
court system.
procedure that just happens automatically. Because just because they serve their time in prison doesn't mean they're rehabilitated and become upstanding citizens of the United States again.
That's exactly where I was going. Was you should have to appeal your revocation of your rights
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
after the fact, and say, no, I am better. I'm donating to the community. I'm a productive society member of society. I'm donating. I'm giving to charity. I'm paying taxes. Now I should be allowed to vote and own a firearm again. I think that's the way it should go. Versus,
Right.
oh, you served 6 years in prison for. I'm sorry, 12 years in prison for murdering someone. Let's let you right back out to fucking vote and buy another gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, chances are in prison you might have got hardened up to do more of this shit, depending on
Yep.
why you were there and how long you were there.
Right.
That is a problem with the system that needs to be fixed. It absolutely is.
Yes, it is. Uh-huh.
But how do you fix that without putting everyone in solitary?
I have no idea.
I think you should look beyond this picture, boys. I think it's a bigger issue behind it. I think what's been found out in Virginia with all the bloody votes that's been found, there's another reason why the Democrats are trying to claw back as many votes as they can now.
What do you mean?
Well, mate, they found that there was voting tampering in their elections in Virginia.
In Virginia?
Yeah, they found evidence that there was voting fraud in that. Now the government's come down, the federal government's come down on the big push for them, or the DOJ, to cleanse their voter roll.
I hadn't heard Virginia. I know there's a bunch of states where stuff came out. Like
Virginia,
Jersey, for example, New Jersey, where the government's demanding the voter rolls. Like, no, it's like you already admitted that people illegally voted.
Michigan's the
yeah,
same way.
yeah, they found Pennsylvania as well.
Yes, yeah, that's actually in the list tonight. And this is what gets me is they say stuff like, "Oh, it's not much though." And here's the thing: is how many times have I said this on the show, Brian? It always starts out, it's not happening, you're out of your mind. And
Right.
then, yeah, okay, but it's only a little bit, it doesn't really matter. And then it's, yes, it is happening, and it's a good thing. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
It's
sure
a
we named
slippery
an episode.
slope. Slippery slope.
Right.
Yeah,
Just like the
I don't like
Titanic.
using that argument. I don't like saying slippery slope because that's actually a logical fallacy, believe it or not.
It's like the Titanic and the iceberg, mate. They only hit the tip of it.
Wow. Just the tip?
Just the tip.
That's safe, isn't it? When it's just the tip?
That's an old fallacy, that one.
Yeah, it's a good way to freaking end up with an abortion or kids you can't support, isn't it?
It's not as bad as the back half.
Hey, if there's grass in the field, play ball. If there's not, go out back and play in the mud. What can I say?
No.
Whoever just said gross, I love you. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ, Brian. Do you know how to pronounce this name? I think it's like Oklahoma, Wisconsin, I think, right?
I'm looking for the Google Doc.
Bert Mizusawa.
He is I actually, before I left Virginia, I signed his petition to get on the ballot. He was nominated as the Republican nominee for U.S. Senate. He's running against Mark Warner in the state of Virginia.
Warner's been in Virginia Senate.
Forever.
Sorry. Yeah, the senator from Virginia for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I lived there and Warner was the senator.
This guy was he was in the military. I can't remember if it was Army or Navy.
I want to say it's Army, but I could be wrong.
Army Major General. Yeah. Retired, decorated Army Major General.
You think he has a chance?
I would like to think that, but with the way people are voting, in the state of Virginia these days, and Mark Warner's an incumbent, you know how it is that it's hard to take out an incumbent. So
Yeah, which seems crazy to me. If you don't like what they're doing, vote them out. But instead they say
we'll just vote for him again.
Everyone exactly. Everyone does that too. It's like, oh, we need to rehaul Congress, except for my congressman. I like my congressman. You know what I mean?
My Congress is better than your congressman.
It's like everyone else said the same goddamn thing. You're just gonna vote the same people back into office. You know that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike Obama when he said, if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor.
Yeah, you don't get to keep your doctor.
He lied to you.
Yeah.
You have to pay more for a different doctor.
Yep.
Brian.
Yep.
Please read me this next headline. And
James Carville is threatening. James Carville is threatening.
Who's James Carville?
He is he is a Democrat, longtime Democrat. He was in the Clinton administration.
Okay. Helped Hillary run for president.
Yeah, he did a great job, and he's threatening to leave the Democrat Party over Hassan Piker.
Why would I ask you to bring this one up?
Because I don't know who Hassan Piker is.
Sorry, wasn't expecting to cough like that. How long have I been bringing up Hassan Piker on this show? Because I saw it was becoming an issue.
Right.
No, for real. How long do you think it's been? I've been bringing it up now.
Couple years.
Yeah, I was say not even once in a while, but like more often than not. Exactly. A couple of years, because this guy was an issue, I said right away. I'm pretty sure he helped Abdul Saeed win his nomination, didn't he? He helped campaign alongside
Yeah,
him.
I think he campaigned up here. Yeah.
This is the guy who went on a vacation to China and was given a little red book. And he said this might be more important than the Bible. Now, I'm sure most of you have no idea what the little red book is, but that was Mao Zedong's basically doctrine, where he killed, what was it, 30 million Chinese people?
Plus,
Yeah, 30 million plus. Dear God, he had people chasing sparrows away because the sparrows are killing the crops. Meanwhile, because there were no sparrows, the grasshoppers and the locusts overran the farms and killed everyone. The same fucking argument I brought up earlier in this same episode, Brian,
Yeah.
about how unintended consequences if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Yes, and yes, I did that on purpose, and I looped back to it on purpose, okay?
Okay.
I know I'm just a fucking drunk, stoned guy doing the show, but I actually put a little bit of thought into it before we actually start. I know how my mind works in general, so I know where I'll go. Brian, I have a little more trouble with you. You're a traditional conservative,
Yes.
and you guys are a weird bunch.
Well, you're a weird libertarian.
I'm not really a libertarian. They're a bunch of fucking morons. What was it? Who was it? Gary Johnson, who didn't know what they asked him about Aleppo, right? They're like, he was running for president on a libertarian ticket. This was
Yeah.
many years ago. And like, oh yeah, what do you think? Well, what's going on in Aleppo? He goes, what's Aleppo? And it's like, oh dear
And
God,
didn't he also show up to the debate stoned?
probably that sounds about right, honestly, for a libertarian. No, when I see a libertarian running for president who has a good shot, all I can see is that was it the Democrat who went, what was it, Manchin?
Yeah.
Joe Manchin? Like, oh, that's the end of your fucking career. Or Dukakis wearing the helmet in the tank on
Yeah, yeah,
a.
that was good for him.
And it's like, yeah, I get it. You had to because it's safety stuff, but like, it made you look weak, dude. Looks like Guapo gave up, huh?
No, he's restarting his computer.
Oh shit, no kidding, huh?
It's an
Oh,
old computer.
he installed new hardware, but didn't.
I don't know.
No, no, that's a whole update process at that point. You know it as well as I. Fucking El Salvadorian. And who's Josh
I don't know.
Gothmeyer?
But
Yeah,
he's telling the Democrat Socialists to start their own party. And we talked about this earlier in the show, you know.
I don't understand.
I think the Democrats are more trouble than what they're letting on, guys. The socialists are taking over.
Yeah,
And I think
it's
Jeffries and that and Chuck Schumer, Chucky, they haven't got much power left, mate.
it's funny because the wife brought this up to me recently. Because I rarely use Facebook at all anymore, and typically lately it's been to like give advice to the Democrats
How's that
or
working for him?
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
last like 6 months, only thing that I'm putting out is like you gotta pull your heads out of your asses, drop the fucking socialists. This is gonna destroy your party. They're gonna win local elections in your freaking tiny little. I'm sorry, not tiny, in your little communities, whatever. They're gonna lose on a federal scale. You're just gonna hand the presidency, the Congress, the Senate to the fucking Republicans for the next decade at least.
Right.
Well,
They don't
did you see
care.
that?
And
I saw an
well, no,
interview
it's
the
funny
other
because
day.
the wife has been seeing a lot of stuff come out online lately about the Democrats trying to push away the socialists. And she doesn't follow this stuff. It just shows up in her feed. She's watching it. She's like, this is the same shit you've been saying for months and months. Like, I fucking know. Guapo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I use it my cell phone.
Yeah, he's back on his phone. Can't get his computer to work.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
old myself. I have to let it run like half hour before you start using it.
Hey, brother.
Well, at least he got on his phone. That's fine.
Yeah.
Damn good haircut, mate.
Oh, thanks.
You you see that this socialist who won, what was it, New York, I think maybe I say won. She won the nomination. Like I said, they're gonna lose the general. But she's saying we should, or maybe it was in Michigan, because that sounds like Michigan or New York at this point. But she wants to cancel Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is something she said previously.
Yeah,
Yes.
now they're back
She
to-
tried to delete the post, but you can't delete anything that you put on the internet.
And she was asked about it again, and
She is
said,
a
"Well,
DSA gubernatorial frontrunner for Wisconsin.
okay, that's the Wisconsin, and she's running for governor." And came out and was like, "We should cancel Thanksgiving because it."
This should have been all the
upset
way
some
back
people.
in 1621.
Yeah,
She wouldn't
exactly.
have
She
canceled
was-
the original one.
It would have been exactly. There wouldn't have been any Thanksgiving. And it's like, so what she's saying is we shouldn't break bread and make friends
Right.
because that's what the first Thanksgiving was, right?
Right.
We got together with the people who knew what the fuck how to survive, right? And she's saying no, and she talked about how her first meal she cooked in the United States was a traditional Thanksgiving dinner, and she felt, I, like many, felt oppressed. I was like, you weren't what? You're fucking Korean. Why are you oppressed by Thanksgiving in the United States?
Exactly.
Then she talked trash because I love this. They always hate the white man. Have you noticed that? But then they ride the great white pipe.
Right.
She's got a fucking half-white kid, just like Don Lemon hates the white man. He's married to a white man. Kamala Harris hates the white man, married to a white man. They can't get enough of the great white pipe, can they?
So
Well, I
you
hope
say.
you remember that. Apparently, the white pipe is even better than freaking colored pipe these days. And I know you said colored, and I did it on purpose.
Mate. You get cancel culture. Say what you want to say.
Oh, are you kidding me? Guapo's definitely using his accent. He's definitely using his accent to get some fucking split tail, and you know it. There's no way he's not. There's no way he's not. I bet you more than once he's claimed to have been illegal. I need someone to stay tonight.
Will you hike me overnight? Ice is outside the bar. We gotta go.
Especially in Virginia.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, but come on, Thanksgiving, man. I got a good laugh. Actually, when I read this thing about the Thanksgiving thing and I saw the video, and you can play it if you want. There's videos on a bunch of these articles. We should probably play the audio for most of them more often. But it reminded me of way back in the day when I shared on November every day. I said something I was thankful for on Facebook. And Ron, on day 20, comes out, like, dude, I just found out that these fucking Americans have a day every year that they get together and say what they're thankful for. Like, that's awesome. Like that's amazing. It makes you realize how great your life really is. And this was probably a decade ago, because I've known Ron for a while.
Yeah, mate. Definitely.
Don't even know. I haven't heard much from David in a while, but
He's become legalist, mate.
yeah. He seems like an angry man.
Yeah, he's got a few issues, mate. Lives down Parramatta.
Anyway, where are we going?
We got the squad.
C3? I'm not sure what that is. What was that?
The squad back Tennessee 3
Yeah.
state lawmaker. He wins the primary. He or she, it looks like Katie Hobbs. Nope, that's not it. No, it's a guy. He was part of a trio of lawmakers in the state, has been referred to as the Tennessee Three, and he won his primary.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Tennessee
You think they're
putting
going
up
too far to the
socialists.
other way?
Tennessee has traditionally been a Republican
He's one of
area.
the lawmakers that participated in the gun control protests on the state house floor after the Covenant shooting.
Speaking of gun control stuff, did you see this thing? Fuck, somewhere in the Midwest area, maybe it might cover Michigan. A judge just, federal judge just deemed the NFA unconstitutional like 2 days ago.
I didn't see that.
This is a big deal because the federal government has 7 days to file an appeal or else it becomes fucking law.
Okay.
Now, what if Trump just said, why bother appealing? Just let it get thrown out by the court system.
Right.
For our foreign friends, the NFA is the National Firearms Act. It outlaws a whole bunch of weapons that you're supposed to be allowed to own, or at least have to register to own.
Right.
Which is against the entire Second Amendment, which is unconstitutional, right?
Yes.
Like, okay. We know the tax stamp for a suppressor on a firearm got reduced to $0. This is actually what this comes down to. And this is something we brought up on this show, Brian. You and I talked about this. How do you have a tax stamp for a $0 tax? That means there's no tax, right?
Exactly. You shouldn't.
Yes. So how can you require I get a tax stamp for a suppressor or a short-barreled rifle or whatever I want to do if there's no actual tax to pay for that stamp? And that is what this judge, and this is something we brought up right away. It's like, if there's no tax stamp. You can't give a tax stamp for zero tax.
Right.
That's just a registry at that point.
Yep.
And it's dear God, Brian, are we from the future?
I like to think we are.
Then why aren't we billionaires? Why aren't we billionaires by
No,
now?
I don't know.
You procrastinate too much.
Yeah, that's probably a good reason. And it might be all this pot too.
That makes you think more.
It's
Oh, that's
depends
what
on
happens.
what
You
you're
think too
smoking,
much.
honestly.
A lot of thinking, no action.
Yeah, you say that. But Brian, didn't I recently just dump like 4 pounds of silver when it was at
Yeah.
an all-time high? I take
Is it
action. I
going
just
down?
don't. I'm just not gonna like remortgage my house to make an investment. You know what I mean? I can make some money here and there in the markets, just like you and Brian can, but we don't have the capital to put it in the first place. Just like I'm sure Ron, he knows what's going to happen, but he can't find $10,000 to put in right now to bring back 15,000. You know?
Yep.
Especially now, mate, the market's a bit unpredictable at the moment.
Nah, that's not true at all.
You could
It's
predict.
No, they're
completely
not.
predictable. You just need to know more about it.
Yeah, look, I get that. Mate. But at the same time, too, for people coming into the markets and that, it's unpredictable. You're not going to make money. Not straight
I don't
away.
know, man. I've been making a ton of money under Trump, honestly.
But you already got your investments in there, mate. You know what I mean? It's people coming, like, talking about coming into the markets and stuff like that. It's kind of unpredictable for new investors and that.
As soon as Trump announced a tariff on foreign goods, I bought American goods.
Oh, 100% straight away. And I don't know why the Democrats are blowing up. See how much money you brought into America?
The Democrats, man, they sold out years ago. They sold our labor market to China. They sold our freaking most of our intellectual rights to China. They invested their money in China. That's what they were expecting. Was it Thucydides' blade? Is what it is.
Yeah. It's like
They were
most of that
hoping that as the upcoming power surpassed the incumbent power, they were hoping there wouldn't be a war because there usually is.
same thing
So
happened
they
in Australia, mate. Sorry, we got most of our manufacturing to Southeast Asia.
So
That's
do
what
we.
I know.
We get a lot of stuff from Vietnam now.
I know it's
Yep.
stupid. Australia is fucking huge and empty. Build shit. Don't send it off to fucking 15-year-old Vietnamese boys to make. And this is what drives me nuts about the same thing with the United States. We make it better here than most of the world. Definitely better than fucking Vietnam or China. You know what I mean?
We just bought some naval vessels from bloody Japan. We used to have major shipbuilding here in Australia. It was here in Newcastle, it was here in bloody South Australia. No, it was massive bloody shipbuilding. But it's all gone now. Stevedores are going out the window.
Australia.
I think they're trying to build a big submarine bloody building dock over in Western Australia. And that's where they're going to try and base most of our subs and that in the future.
I saw something about this submarine thing, actually. That's probably going to be a big deal if they start making submarines in Australia.
Chinese.
I'm just saying that's a ton of money.
On the West Coast, it'll be.
Okay, yeah. See, I don't know enough about Australia. I mean, I know what East and West is, but I don't know what.
I've only
And
been to
that's-
the West Coast. I've been to Perth.
No, not Perth. There's another one, isn't there?
Perth is where the Navy goes to in Australia.
Is that the only one? I
Yep.
thought there's a second. Okay. Then maybe I've been to Perth. My mistake.
There's Garden Island, Sydney.
Yeah, but the Navy never goes there. The U.S. Navy doesn't go to Sydney.
Nah.
I
No,
was
they
never
wouldn't
in
do.
Sydney. I would definitely remember being in the fucking capital city. You know what I mean?
Especially with the
I
music
just-
hall.
I just know, and I've failed to bring this up on purpose several times talking to our Australian friends. But from what I understand, is the Australian men tend to beat the shit out of their women.
Yep, that's why they love when American men show up.
Yes, to the point where they literally would write their fucking names and phone numbers on tennis balls and throw them on the ship.
There are the girls that we left behind, guys. But not
Now-
every guy beats the women up here.
Correct. And this is also next to a military base where you always get the ghettoist of the ghetto, right?
Turtle Park.
Yeah, Guapo knows what I'm talking about. I saw that look. He's like, oh, yeah. Don't live right next to base. Are you kidding me? It's like, don't even shop next to base. Because it's easy to rob the guys that you know have a steady paycheck or
Right.
marry, right?
Uh-huh.
Exactly, or marry. So exactly, these women would show up with fucking tennis balls with their phone numbers and names written on them and throw them on the ship. And you're like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck's going on? But most Australian dudes I've talked to aren't giant douchebags. So I'm curious where this happens. And it has to be just because it's next to base, right?
Mate, look at that throughout the world, everywhere. It's unfortunately it does, you know.
No, or maybe that's why you guys got your own private fucking island. Is you're a bunch of freaking criminals that beat the shit out of women. I don't know.
Not everyone beats share women, mate. But yeah, we are a bunch of criminals.
What's this New York Assembly?
This guy he's running for New York Assemblyman, and he said he was claiming poverty, so he put up a GoFundMe for to collect money for his rent and groceries in the New York area.
That's right. He was asking for help with rent and groceries as he's getting ready to get paid over $200,000 a year.
$142K a year
Okay.
for being in the legislature.
Okay.
He's a Democrat socialist. It's in Queens,
Mhm.
and he, he sought $2,000 in money to help him get by, and I'm like, if you had money to be assemblyman and run for assemblyman, that you should have enough money to get by for a couple of more till you actually become assemblyman.
Well, I mean, unless
Running
just
for
simply
Congress is not a cheap proposition, whether it's state or
no.
local.
I was just gonna say,
And
unless just
and
putting your
state
name.
payroll records show that he earned $106,000 last year as a legislative age.
He made
And he lives,
106K last year and still
yeah,
can't pay his rent this year.
right. And he lives with his
Where'd his
partner
money go?
in an apartment that rents for $2,600 a month.
Partner,
Partner.
not
What that
wife.
article says. Partner.
Now, does that mean that he's a homosexual man, or does this mean that he has a God knows what trans something non-binary,
I
two-spirited
don't know.
they them partner? And I only bring that up because of Tyler Robinson, who's on trial right now for killing Charlie Kirk, who was dating some furry, two-spirited trans person, right?
Yep.
Hey, any of you three know Andrew Wilson?
Yeah,
He was
He does
president,
On a
right?
podcast recently too.
No, not Woodrow Wilson. Andrew Wilson, you piece of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he does podcasts and he
Oh,
does
Andrew
broadcasts.
Wilson. What?
I'm sorry. Brian's like, yeah, he used to be president. But isn't that the flute that Cardi B played was Woodrow Wilson's flute?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that
The
was,
first
Jimmy
flute that had never been
Jefferson.
played by anyone ever.
He played it at inauguration.
I thought it was Jefferson.
Piers Morgan a fair bit.
But anyway, Andrew Wilson is offering a debate with Candace Owens concerning the Charlie Kirk stuff. And he's suggesting that Michael Knowles be the moderator. And he's offering to pay her $500,000 to do it.
Okay.
He'll rip her
Not gonna
apart.
accept it to the plate.
Oh my God, he'll rip her apart so fast.
Oh yeah.
You know
And
what?
it would be
He needs to
embarrassing,
put
but
his
I want to
wife.
see it so bad.
Are you seeing his wife?
I've seen his wife.
Rachel? Oh, she will fucking tear her up.
Oh,
No, Rachel's a monster.
Yeah.
people are throwing Christians to the lions, mate.
See, this is the problem, Brian, is you don't follow any of this freaking alt culture shit.
Not allowed. That's your game.
I guess it is. And Guapo, I'm
Well-
sorry you missed it, but we talked about when Carville said that he's going to leave the party if Hassan
Oh,
Piker
I
stays.
knew about him. Yeah, I knew about
Yeah,
him.
yes, but I was like,
The
Brian,
Raging
this is
Cajun?
why I'm bringing up Hassan Piker so much.
The Raging Cajun leaving the party.
Yeah. Well, it ain't his
Oh
party
my God,
anymore.
I
The
haven't
party
recalled
left
that in a-
him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't leave the left left me, huh?
Even Bill Maher turned around and said his vote's in play now because what's going on with the socialists and the Democrats.
Quick transition. I'm going to pee as soon as I start this topic because I know you guys are going to have a good time laughing at this.
All right.
Mamdani is looking to charge 30% less for certain key grocery items, right? At his government grocery stores.
Yep.
And he was asked specifically, how are you going to stop people from who run the bodega down the street from running in and buying up all of your cheap chicken, right? And selling it at their store for more than you, but less than everyone else.
How? How is he going to do it?
How would you possibly? And here's the fun thing, Brian, is the answer that you want to come up with is not the right answer.
He's not asking for ID.
No, he is asking for ID, but ID, okay, you're a fucking resident. You can buy it. How does that say how? How do I stop you from buying all of the chickens, Brian?
Oh, he's probably going to ration it.
Rations!
Sounds like the USSR all over again. What does people think about that? Are you
100%.
100% rationing?
No, 100%. It's like the Russian all over again. The old CCP. And
El Guapo.
the thing about people don't understand, right?
Yeah.
They tried, like the Democrats are blown up about ID for election security,
Mhm.
but now you need ID to get in Obama's library.
Yeah.
You'll need ID
Yeah.
into a
You don't need an
supermarket.
ID to vote, but you gotta have it to get in Obama's library. You gotta have a vote to get into the city-run stores at
Or to
New York
buy a
City.
turkey!
Yep.
You need an ID to buy a turkey in New York, but not to vote.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. Like I said, it has to be rationed at that point, doesn't it?
Yep.
And this reminds me of Bernie Sanders. You go, oh yeah, people are lining up for in a bread line, in a food line. That's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? People lining up for food rations is a good thing?
Mean Bernie with his 4 mansions around the country.
Well, that's why he doesn't hate millionaires anymore. He only hates billionaires because he became a millionaire.
Like they ration out the sugar and the flour. Pure communism, then, boys.
See, the problem with communism is you eventually run out of other people's money.
That's kind of what's happening with Social Security right now.
Yeah, exactly. The little bit of socialism we have in our country is an issue because we're not reproducing fast enough.
Nope.
Because we said, fuck it, why should I pay for kids? Look, I only made 2 kids. I just replaced myself and my wife. I didn't make an extra person.
You failed.
At least I didn't decrease the population, Brian.
I didn't either.
Okay, you got a bunch of who knows? You might have some
Exactly.
progeny out there. I'm just letting you know that Thai hooker did not get pregnant. Okay,
Maybe the one in the Philippines.
maybe, but that one in Thailand, that was a dude.
Nah, ladyboys weren't that
Oh,
popular when I
shit,
was in the
maybe.
Navy.
Huh?
Ladyboys weren't a big thing when I was in the Navy. I was in the Navy in the 90s.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Schumer came up with some idea for how to deal with like grocery prices and everything, I guess. He's got
Yeah.
some fancy name.
Of course
Was
he
it
did, because it can't be a possible law in the United States Congress if you don't put a fancy name that has nothing to do with the actual bill's about.
Yeah, it's some relief act for like agriculture and farming or whatever, but it actually makes it more difficult for the people making the goods. But he's basically saying you're not allowed to process if as a company, not as a plant, not as a way where the work is done, but you, Brian, are not allowed to process beef and pork
At
for
the same
consumption.
time,
He's like, yeah, but I have different factories set up, it doesn't matter. You can't have, and I was like, what the? And I read this 5 times. And there's no way this says this. There's no way that says I'm not allowed to have like pigs, chickens, and cows that I make food out of. You know what I mean?
uh,
And that sounds like what this law says. Yeah, Brian's trying to find it, isn't he? What do you think, Guabo? Like, these dudes be still worried about like, oh, you're allergic to this, you're allergic to that, and they're worried about like stuff cross contaminated. It was like if it's in a different freaking facility.
yeah, It shouldn't matter.
It shouldn't matter, but they don't want the same name on it because they're too worried that your average consumer is so fucking stupid that they'll buy a brand expecting chicken and get pork or something else. You know what I mean?
You can already do that with hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
it would make
I
that
think,
illegal.
okay, Jeff, the thing, Jimmy, is people are stupid. People are dumb.
Yes.
I was talking, when
No, what makes me sad is that's probably the final answer. Is people
dumb.
are stupid.
So
There's nothing I can do. I just have to
I,
accept this.
I was in Walmart when Joe Biden was in office and the price was going up, and I look at the meat next to this lady. She's like, "Why everything so expensive?" I literally told her, "Because inflation."
What's
You know what she said?
inflation?
No. She didn't say that. She's like, "Well, I know, but why is it so expensive?"
I just told you.
Yeah, I just told you. You know,
Yep.
the too many dollars chases few goods instead of few goods chasing a lot of goods chasing. I mean, few dollars chases so many goods. Yeah, something like that. But anyways, yeah, you could tell people their answer and they'll still not believe you. Like, okay,
Right.
well, you know,
Yeah, you can put the answer in front of their face and they're still gonna say no.
no, that's not it.
Well, how am I supposed to coexist with these people?
That's why we need. That's why we don't need to. I hate that fucking thing. Like everybody should vote. No, no, everybody should.
Oh
Vote.
God, no! Oh God, no! Fewer people should vote, and it should be
Yes.
more difficult to vote. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Honestly, Guabo, I hate to say, but maybe you shouldn't be allowed to vote. And I know that sounds like a mean thing to say, but what, you're a first generation American?
Well, let's
Maybe, I don't know.
let's not even say like. Look, even the people that been here for a while is fucking dumb as a rock voting too.
Correct.
So it
I
should be
agree with
like,
100%. I'm just saying that you are more likely to vote to send money back to wherever it is you came from. And I know you're El Salvadorian, and that wouldn't happen because you are very, very happy to be an American, even as much you served in the fucking service, even
okay.
as well as El Salvador is doing today. But I'm saying, like, you got your fucking crazy Nicaragua, whatever.
Anyways, you know what Trump need to do if you're gonna send money overseas? Tax that shit too.
How do you tax money you send as a country, though?
No, like if I'm gonna transfer money, like
if you're gonna send money to your family in El Salvador, the federal government should get a cut.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. Oh, yes. I don't understand why that's not already a thing.
Because people work at that table and they're like, they don't pay taxes. They just send money. Okay, cool. We're gonna tax that 10%.
All right.
Because that's what Korea does. Korea send the people overseas, and that money they send back, they like use that for maintaining the infrastructure in North Korea.
I mean, Australia, mate, we got a lot of Indians doing that. We've got a massive Indian population now.
India sending money back to India?
Oh, mate, it's incredible.
Yeah, we got a lot of Indians here too. We got a lot of Indians in here. They're everywhere. They're the second most the second white European white, the minority in the world. Right now, I think Chinese and India are the most populated people, the most people in the planet.
Yeah, India's outpopulated China.
Oh, is it?
Because the Chinese one child policy.
That was decades ago, dude.
And it failed miserably.
Yep. And that's when India's
they discovered they discovered capitalism in a micro level.
Oh, but the thing is, what I'm saying is, like you're talking about, mate, like in here, there's a lot of Indians coming out here now,
Mm-hmm.
and they're sending so much money back. We had it on our news the other night. They're sending so much money back to India. It's unbelievable.
It's funny. I was down in town recently, and I was talking to a tourist coming out to West Virginia because it's the beautiful time of the year for foliage, etc. Not the leaf changing, but just how much there is, right? Uh, uh, and I said, so, I don't remember the conversation they had, but I said something about the Indians. And this woman, and by the way, it's in New York City. Yeah, I don't know if it's New York City, New York license plate. She goes, you're not allowed to call them Indians anymore.
Says who?
No,
Yeah,
I was
says
like, no, I was like, okay, first of all, according to whom, and what should I refer to them as
Indigenous
instead?
people.
It's like,
no,
I was like, I'm
they call it
trying.
First
I was like, I'm
Nation now.
trying to be cool, and she actually said indigenous peoples. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not talking about indigenous peoples. I'm talking about Indians.
From India.
And she got more offended, right?
Yeah.
And finally, I was like, ma'am, I'm going to say something super offensive to make sure you get my point. She goes, okay. I was like, dot, not feather.
And did she get
And
it
she went,
then?
oh.
Dot, not feather.
But
You
yeah,
ever watch the
she was
movie?
so offended for other people. She didn't even know what she was talking about.
Right.
It made me want to punch her in the mouth. You know what I mean?
You ever watch the movie The Life of Pi?
Oh my God, the Monty Python movie?
No, The Life of Pi.
Yeah, wasn't that a Monty Python movie?
No, this is like a couple
Um,
years ago. So it's an Indian family that owns a zoo. Okay, so the closest zoo in India, they wanted to move to Canada. The father is like, "Yeah, we're gonna be like Christopher Columbus and go to America." That sounds like, "Dad, Christopher Columbus was trying to go to India."
yeah, exactly. He was trying to go to India. That's why they call them Indians for so long. Let's see how much bigger the planet was than they thought it was, huh?
Yeah, well, I think it miscalculated.
Yeah, it
Uh,
is abacus.
no, because the shape of the Earth is more like an egg. You know, all the centrifugal force and shit like that. So I think he
Yes, I
calculated
understand.
that the top of the hemisphere instead of like the bottom of the fucking equator, you know. So that's why it's like, hey, show that they want to respect it. Like,
No,
you
no, 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 dude. Give me all the bullshit argument like that you want. He was off by like half the planet. Okay, so
I
so
mean, well, even before Chris, what's the name of that fucking Greek?
Magellan,
Huh?
Magellan, or are you
No,
talking
it's a Greek.
about
No, it's a Greek that discovered the circumference of the air. He was off by a
yeah,
thousand.
I want to say aristocracies, but
No,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. He was the one who said the Earth was round, and came up with the first prediction of how big the planet was based upon the Earth's
yeah,
shadow on the moon, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you're looking it up, aren't you?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm glad because I'd like to hear the name. I almost want to say Plato, but Plato was the one who,
It's a more the philosophy.
yeah. And then there's the Polish guy about the Earth being round again. Uh, but yeah, like you said, it was an ancient Greek guy who first said the Earth is probably round, and it's
Yeah,
probably about this big around.
Aristotle was the first Greek scholar who first calculated the circumference of the earth around
Hold on, is that what I said? It
240.
was
Yeah,
Aristophanes.
Aristotle, you're right. 240
Oh my
BC.
God! Look at that! Look, Jesus Christ! I'm a fucking genius, aren't
Yeah.
I?
Useless
So
information that you
he
know.
used trigonometry, basically measure the angles of the shadow to different locations, so he can get a proper reading and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The shadow is here at this time of day. The shadow is here at this time of day versus
Yeah.
that tree and that tree. Jeez Louise, the freaking effort that went into those calculations, huh?
Yeah, he yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Egypt. Yeah, he measured
You
from
and I
Egypt.
could recreate these same experiments today.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. He made this calculation back in Alexandria and somewhere another one in Egypt. So it's closer to the equator versus where Christopher Columbus was. I bet you he never fucking reached Africa. Well, he was a navigator, but I think he took the measurements from most likely for Italy or Spain, and that's why he was a little bit off with his calculation.
Yeah. No, I just think it's and that's exactly the argument you need when it comes to some flat earther. And here's the problem I have, Guapo,
What?
is flat earthers will come up to the table with all of their freaking science, all of their data, right? Because they are certain they are right, right? Like, here's my information. Boom, I'm right. I can disprove your argument. You know, they tend to lose unless they're
Yeah.
really, really good against an idiot. The Democrats, though, you invite them to come and say, "Hey, why don't you explain your argument?" And they're like, "Oh no, no, I'm all set,"
They don't
because
want
they
to.
know as soon as they're asked, "Well, how's that gonna work?" that they have no answer. At least the flat earther believes it. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
they
Like
just
he
want to
thinks
push.
he
They push
has
an
an
agenda.
argument.
They push an agenda, and when you correct them, you're right. You racist. That's how you know you won.
Oh, that's the problem, dude. As soon as I hear racist or Nazi, I was like, oh, I just won this argument.
Oh, race traitor.
Well,
I'm the one to get that.
yeah, yes, you will. But I recently got back my ancestry DNA thing, whatever.
Hmm.
One of these things, I don't know, but my father made sure I did it before he died, which I didn't want to do, but
Mm.
whatever. So I obviously looked at it once I got it. Dude, I am way whiter than I thought.
You're like Pocahontas white.
Yep.
What does
Okay.
that mean? Oh no, 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 no. I'm not that white. You mean
It took him a
Elizabeth
second to
Warren?
remember who
Yeah, this has been
Pocahontas
more
was.
like who's that?
No, not that white. But I'm like Irish. I am all over the entire freaking island of what
I mean the British
Ron,
Isles.
Ron, help me here. The
The
United
British
Kingdom.
Isles.
Is that the entire island? What
No, the United Kingdom is Wales, England, Scotland, Northern Ireland.
is that the whole island or not?
No,
You got
no, that's the
Ireland.
British.
That's the
Britain.
British Isles. Then Ireland's separate to Northern Ireland, which is Northern Ireland is part of the United Kingdom.
What the fuck?
I saw you this picture before, dude.
Why do they make this so I know, but why do they make it so difficult to understand?
It's like,
How many
So if you come
countries
from
in the
Ireland,
United Kingdom?
mm,
And then
mate, you got
the fucking
Wales.
Commonwealth. Dear fucking God. And they
England,
all have a king.
it's okay. It's Commonwealth is another word, another way to say empire. You know.
Well,
Oh, we
because they
part of
don't
the
want to use
Commonwealth.
the word empire.
I know that's why they use the
Hey,
Commonwealth.
who's that? Well, we got the Commonwealth Games. It's like the Olympics, but it's only with the Commonwealth countries. It was just held in Glasgow. They just finished in Glasgow a week ago. But it used to be called the Empire Games years and years ago, and changed its name to the Commonwealth Games.
There
But
you
it's
go.
played. They run that every 2 years after the Olympics.
Well, that's
So we've
like
got countries like Canada, India, Australia, New Zealand, and a lot of other countries throughout the world. They're in there. Jamaica's
so what
part
do
of
you
the
guys
Commonwealth.
what kind of stupid games do you guys play? Do you do like caber toss?
No, it's the same thing as the Olympics. Everything that happens in the Olympics, we do in the Commonwealth Games.
Oh, So that's just to find a candidate to be the next competitor, then.
It's your nation. It's all the nations in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, and the winner of that might get. See, this is
No,
what
no.
drives me fucking no. This is what pisses me off. How many fucking independent nations are there in the Commonwealth? Does it?
Well,
Do you even know?
Yeah, oh, no, I couldn't take a wild guess, but every country's independent.
They are
I
now.
know. That's my problem.
Okay,
But
okay.
they all have a
okay.
fucking king, but they're independent.
How
this
many
is
of them
where
are sovereign? How many of them are sovereign?
Well, we're all sovereign.
Okay.
Till the king goes to war.
With a king who can dissolve your parliament.
No, the king can't do that. The king
Oh,
can
yeah,
write it
He
he's
off.
did it in Canada like 15 years ago.
What happens is it's got to go through both, like your we call it upper and lower house. It's like you call your Senate and your Congress. When it gets approved, then it goes to the Governor General, who's the King's representative or the Queen's representative in the country. Gets okay by then it goes to the King or the Queen to sign it off officially.
Tell you.
Okay, I guess
Tell you
there's
guys
laws.
gotta drop this monarchy. It's especially with your new Muslim king.
It's the Westminster system.
Gotta throw it out. You guys gotta freaking revolt. I don't know what else to tell you.
It's happening underway. It's on a country. We got a political party come through called One Nation, and it's picking up so much momentum. The lady
Yeah,
running it called
isn't that a Robinson thing?
no. The lady who done it, her name's Pauline Hanson. All she's straightforward. She's down the line. She's like it'd be Australia's version of MAGA, Make Australia Great Again.
When was
And she,
Australia great? I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking trash.
anyway,
This is the same argument that was brought up against MAGA. I'm asking when was Australia great? What does Australia do that is great? And I'm not talking trash. I'm asking a legitimate question.
like, where do you want to start?
Coal mining is a great start, honestly.
Mate, we fed the world for a while there. When there's famine going on and that, we have wheat. We were producing wheat, fruits, and all that because of our great weather. We'll
Yeah,
send throughout the continent.
say
Keep that real.
say
It's not
great
deep
weather.
silent.
Your weather sucks. What fruits do you
No,
guys actually? What fruits do you guys actually produce for the world?
yeah, weather doesn't suck, mate. I'm in the middle of winter here now. It's blue sky outside. It's where I live, mate. And
Yes, and it's 115 in the summer Fahrenheit.
no, you get great weather, but no, we got every fruit, tropical fruit. So we can produce every month of the year.
You
We
get
can
enough
produce.
rain to be tropical?
Yeah, certain areas we got rain belt areas and that, and
Yeah,
up
again,
north,
what fruits are you guys producing?
everything, whatever fruit you can think of,
All
mate, we
right,
grow it.
bananas?
Mate,
Yeah,
yeah,
actually, they're for that area.
Well, no,
tropical fruit,
I'm curious. He said tropical, so I'm going for stuff that needs
the
moisture.
northern part of
Bananas,
Australia,
avocados,
yes,
fucking
every,
mangoes. This is
the
what
whole
comes
lot,
from
mate,
tropical environments and fruit.
a lot.
Yeah, they got a
We
tropical
part of
area.
Australia is in the tropics. The northern part of Australia is in the tropics.
So Australia makes nothing.
We make everything.
No, they make fruit that no one wants to eat.
Kiwi.
Oh, they do what I do, mate.
Kiwi, there you go. New Zealand, they're called kiwis. They have to make the kiwi. Everyone loves the kiwi.
I love
What's your
kiwi.
point? This is why I don't understand, mate. We make good food here. We got some of the best food in the world. It's unbelievable.
Okay.
Our manufacturing, we made our own steel, mate. We make everything, but we got rid of it. A lot of our fucking, sorry, that's right. A lot of our politicians sold us off, mate. In Southeast Asia. We were making our own cars here. We used to make TVs here. We don't make TVs here anymore. Our car industry is just about falling apart. because
That's
it's all
what I'm
got to be.
asking is what is Australia doing to contribute to the global economy? And I heard fruit, but you couldn't name a single fruit.
Oh, mate, I told you whatever you want. We make it all here. We grow it all here. Ding that. Ding that. most of our manufacturing
Yeah,
before.
almost like half of the Australia northern part is belongs in the Tropic of Capricorn.
Yeah,
So then, and then the tropic belt.
yeah. We make right up the East Coast. West Australia,
Ah,
cotton,
well,
mate, we grow
like I
everything
said,
here.
I understand Australia makes coal and that makes power happen. But
Uranium.
and I understand you get fruit. So
Yep.
mining is where Australia makes money then. Mining.
Mate, it does, but it started out with the sheep. Like our sheep industry was massive when we first started becoming the country.
I will say that's only because Scotland was so small. Because
Uh,
Scotland would have dominated that trade very quickly, wouldn't they?
well, fun fact here, mate. There's more sheep in Australia than what there are people.
Yeah, so what? There's more fucking cows in the United States than people. And
Mate,
guns and horses.
we got
So
more
what?
camels in Australia than what the Middle East has.
Do people
We
understand that? There are more horses in the United States than people.
we sell camels to Saudi Arabia and that. That's how many
All right,
we've got.
talk to you guys later.
Right,
Oh,
buddy.
All
are you
right,
out,
later.
man?
Yeah, I gotta
Thanks
take
for
care of
coming
my kids.
by. Why are you selling camels to Saudi? They can't breed their own?
Mate, we have got a massive population of camels. Sheep,
Yeah,
our
but
sheep industry. We sell sheep to Indonesia.
you know what's funny about Indonesia?
Sorry, mate.
You, what's fun, interesting fact about Indonesia? You know they have a giant glacier,
Oh, I
like
don't know that.
Ice Age. No, Ice Age glacier in Indonesia. Brian's looking this up right now. I can see him. He's like, "There's no fucking way," and he's gonna find this. And he's like, "Climate change is bullshit." As soon as he fucking sees that there's actually a glacier.
Well, it's the
Not an
largest one.
iceberg, a glacier in Indonesia, which is a
That's the largest.
tropical
Is
area, isn't it?
yes, Indonesia has
Ah!
glaciers, although they're
They,
extremely unusual because Indonesia is a tropical country. They're in the mountains,
boom,
and it's 16,000 feet or 484 meters.
boom. Yeah, see, I love it. As soon as I said it, I knew Brian was gonna look it up. He's like, "There's no fucking way there are glaciers in Indonesia." And he's, "Oh, son of a bitch, there are."
Well, you are a fountain of useless information.
I've been known that forever, actually. Yeah. Oh, he's got stupid, useless facts. No, but this tells you, like, oh, the entire world is melting. There's glaciers in a tropical region. Come on. Oh, the polar bears are dying. When I was told by Al Gore that the polar bears are dying, there were less than 3,000 polar
That
bears on
was
the
a Super
planet.
Bowl ad. Coca-Cola made it.
Yeah, you know what? Now, oh my God, there are barely more than 40,000 polar bears on the planet.
What happened to them all?
What do you mean? What, 3,000 to 40,000? This is the shit they're selling you, and it's getting you to fucking spend your money and do stupid shit. Because you believe the fucking world is changing so quickly. There are glaciers in a tropical region of the United States. It's not happening that quickly. Okay, how's that? Is that at
Right.
least a good enough argument that's not happening as quickly as you think?
Yep.
I want everyone to know this. I really do. I want everyone to know there are fucking glaciers within the tropical belt of the United States. Not United States, the world. But But yeah, I mean, Australia once again. Okay, so what? You make coal. You probably do pretty good with silver mining, honestly.
Oh, dig it up, mate. All on the ground.
And you sell camels.
Sheep, camels, cows, beef, you name it, we sell it.
Yeah, and you guys don't have to get passed through USDA to sell me beef.
Oh, we did that for a while.
Oh, that's stupid, isn't it?
20, 25 years ago,
Yeah.
but not now.
Yeah, it makes it difficult to get your hands on it these days because of that. But I'll go to the actual the guy who slaughters the cow and butchers it
Yeah,
and buy beef.
I just bought a third of a pig recently, so
There we go. And exactly, it's like USDA put so many ridiculous restrictions on food. It's got to be this, this, and this. But then you can go to fucking Burger King that meets standards. And don't get me wrong, I love Burger King. I had half a Burger King burger today. But I'm telling you that a cow slaughtered yesterday and turned into food for me today is way healthier than the garbage I'm getting at BK. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
All right. Well, back on track here. Okay, so apparently this kind of saw this coming, but I didn't think Kamala would come out and say it out loud. But now she's
She's dumb enough
talking
to say stuff out loud.
it. See, that's what I'm worried about. Is she was their candidate and she's dumb enough to say this stuff out loud? Why would you? All you did was magnify her stupid opinion, right?
She doesn't have good political people around her to tell her to be quiet.
Well, what did she say?
She said that we need to
She wants to pack
abolish,
the court, right?
we have to pack the Supreme Court and get rid of the Electoral College. Back to the typical Democrat talking points. So now we know that when the Democrats control the House and the Senate and the presidency again, that's exactly what they'll try to do. And they'll
Well, see,
probably get away with it.
this is something I keep bringing up, but what pisses me off with the Republicans is like, oh, well, if we do it, the Democrats will do it right away. Like they're campaigning on it.
Yep.
They're telling you they're going to do it, and it's been since before Trump took office. They said they're going to pack the court with like 11 extra justices.
And they're also talking about putting the term limits on them. Like they can only serve like 20 years, not lifetime appointments anymore.
Yeah, so we can kick out the old conservative justices, right?
Yeah. It will eventually backfire on them, though.
It always does. And this is something we bring up how many times on the show, Brian? The Democrats put a policy into place. The Republicans come in and use that same policy they put in place, and it offends everyone.
Yep.
Because let's be real. It even offends the conservative Republicans because they don't want this to happen.
Right.
But if basically it's war, which is ridiculous to me. I still don't understand why we can't all just sit down with a peace pipe and talk this shit out. But
Not a thing
apparently
anymore.
well, this is why I still hold the libertarian title, even though I'm not libertarian. It's like, let's just fucking drink some beer, smoke this bowl, and then we'll talk about what's going on. Maybe we can come to a better agreement. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where dictatorship would actually come in handy, where one person could make a decision.
Well, that's what Biden wanted. He even said it.
Pardon?
Not Biden, Obama said that. He preferred to be a dictator because he
Oh,
would
he
have got a
did.
lot more done.
Yes. Yes. That's exactly where I was going with this. Thank you, Brian, for that actually. Was it would get more done now, but what will happen in the next 7 years, right?
Exactly. Nobody thinks long term.
And no, and that's the funny thing is Obama was always talking about people just kicking the can down the road. Wasn't that like his like cliche line?
Yep.
That's all anyone does now. It's like, oh, just continued resolution. Basically, since Obama was a continued resolution, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I think there have been a whole lot of budget resolutions that actually funded
Since
the whole
Clinton.
government and money times lately.
Since Clinton. Clinton was the only one who actually had a balanced budget. And not just balanced, but we'll get back in the fucking black eventually.
Right.
Anyway, what's the next topic?
The next topic is we got this U-Haul report that's showing where the migrants are going and based
Oh,
on their generation too.
yes. And I actually gave this a good read, and I'm sure you shared it because I said so many people moved here and moved from where I moved from.
I mean,
Uh,
most of the people, U-Haul says that most people our age are moving to Texas,
our
North
age,
Carolina, and Florida.
our age.
Whatever. You in a different
What do you mean?
generation than me?
You're Gen X, definitely, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. If you're not Gen X, you're Boomer.
I'm not boomer.
Okay. Uh, I am just outside of Gen X.
Well, your generation's all moving to the big city.
Yeah. See, that's the funny thing is I'm just outside of Gen X. They call which is millennial, but they call us my particular group Zennials because I still grew up with analog TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And rabbit ears and rotary phones. Uh,
But that's
but
how
yeah,
the big cities are staying alive is because they got these idiots that are moving there thinking that's where they need to be.
no, it's funny. I got a good laugh because a whole bunch of millennials moved to the mountains in the west, the
Mm-hmm.
western mountain range, which would be the Rockies, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, geez, you guys blew it. You guys went all the way out to the Rockies, unless you were already in the area, instead of going to Appalachia. Like, you had a mountain range right here that costs less to live
Right.
in, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe I just made a better decision. But yeah, I got a good laugh at looking like, oh, the boomers moving to Florida. No shit. Right?
Right.
They, they've been doing this for 15 years.
Yeah, nothing. We've been talking about this pretty much the whole time we've been doing the show.
Well, yeah. Like, which is funny because there's no income tax, which doesn't affect the elder population moving in because they're retired.
Yeah.
They're literally collecting their money from the retired population and tourists.
Yep.
And I think that's no, and good for you. You want to come here because it's so freaking great. Okay. But don't charge everyone, just charge the wealthy people that can afford to do it, right?
Right.
Versus New York is like, oh, well, all the wealthy people left, so fuck the rest of you. We're going to tax
We
you
got to tax
instead.
everybody.
It reminds me of this old thing about city water.
I
Let's
don't have
just
that
say,
anymore.
Well, the city water. I'm just saying. Let's
Not
just say it's
here, not where I'm at. I'm on well
no,
water.
no, and not me either, dude. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure you have a
I've got a
septic tank.
drip on one of my faucets now that I don't give two shits about anymore.
No, I have one of my faucet that I'm getting pissed off because I know my freaking pump is always running to make it
Oh,
drip.
okay. Well, that might be a thing, but you know.
Yeah, it's always putting pressure back in the system.
Hmm.
I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah, I'm not using the city water. Oh, there we go. Let's just say there's 100 residents, right?
Right.
And it costs every resident $1 to keep city water running every month, right?
Hmm.
And then residents turned into 1,000, and it cost $1 to run the system to give water to everyone because we had to build the system out, and everyone put in a $1. It ran it out, and we could still do maintenance. And let's just say now, finally, same idea gets out to 1 million people, right?
Right.
The system runs, it works. Now, what happens if half the people leave?
They got a problem because they needed all that money. They got to double their pay they got to charge people more to keep it up and running.
You either keep it up and running or cut off the system. Either way, you got to pay money.
Right.
And this is something people don't think about. It's like you built the system for 100,000 people, and now there's only 10,000 people. How
Hmm.
are you gonna keep the water running?
By
And
charging people more.
that's usually what it is. It's property taxes or some kind of stupid tax. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, more and more people coming out saying Biden blew it. More people. I'm getting pissed off, dude.
Yeah. It's we
No,
talked about
you
this many times, so ain't much what it's saying.
exactly. And now they're like, oh no, maybe these other people, maybe we were wrong, but they still weren't right. And that's what drives me nuts.
Yeah. They
Is
defended Biden until they couldn't defend him anymore, and
just
now
like the
it's somebody
Fauci
else's
shit.
fault. Yeah. Well, we're getting there. Come on, we got one more story before we get to
I'm
Fauci.
sorry.
Unless you want to
Okay.
skip it. This
No,
guy, we
no,
got
go ahead. Go
we
ahead
got
with
this
it.
judge that's blocking the New York law banning federal agents from wearing masks. Big surprise, big surprise. We've talked about this over and over again. They've tried it in California, they've tried it in Illinois, they've tried it in New York, and states' rights do not supersede federal rights when it comes to federal law enforcement. They cannot
Correct.
tell what federal agents to do in the state.
They can tell their own agents what to do, but not federal agents.
Right.
They are separate agencies. They are separate, et cetera. Right?
Yep. Uh-huh.
And this, my dear God, you can't wear masks. You can't hide your identity. Weren't
Well, they're
these the
scared.
same motherfuckers?
Our justification needs to go back to COVID. It's like, well, we think there's COVID in the state, so we're going to wear our mask.
That's exactly what I was going to. Aren't these the same assholes that demanded I wear a mask to go
Yes.
grocery shopping?
Yeah, all these states are all about the mask when it comes. Some people are still wearing the mask.
And we even brought up at the time when it was happening was how it's actually against a federal law to wear a mask into a bank.
Yeah. Yep. And now there's signs on the banks around here. It's like you can't wear a mask in here again. Thank God.
Same reason, right?
Yeah. Because it's easier to rob a bank with a mask on
Well,
and get
I'm
away
not
with
about
it.
I'm not about to rob a bank, but if I was going to, I
I
would
want to wear a
definitely try to.
mask.
I would definitely want to try to hide my identity,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And covering my face is probably good. I would cover my tattoos. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would drive a different vehicle.
That's
You
why the
know,
stupid criminals get caught all the time because they
and
don't
that's
do some of
exactly
these things.
the same thing I was talking about, how these actual terrorists aren't a real thing until then then I saw that tungsten woman. Remember that? Do you remember me bringing her up?
Yeah.
I was like, see, this could actually hurt people. But yeah, oh my God, these guys are so dumb. That's why they end up in prison. If you're gonna decide to commit a crime, take 30 minutes to plan it out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But the fucking morons, they're emotional. They end up in prison.
Yep.
All right, what's next?
We got Fauci.
Yeah, I knew that because you just told me that.
Well, we got the Biden czar. Aisha Jah says the pandemic likely started in a lab leak. Duh. Even though Fauci swears up and down, that's not where it happened.
The problem is his diaries disagree. His diary says it probably was a lab
the
leak,
diary
right?
that he did not keep on pen and paper. He wrote it on a government computer.
That's
Did you know
because he
that?
did. Yes, I do. That's why they have access to it.
How stupid can you be to
Well, no,
write
that's the
a
thing is
diary on a
he
government
genuinely
computer?
thought what he was doing was okay.
And now they have access to his government-owned cell phone too.
Yeah, he's already been voted guilty, though, hasn't he, of contempt of Congress?
Yeah, now it's up to the DOJ to decide if they want to do anything about it. But here's what could happen to him that really hurt him is I do believe that if the DOJ decides to do something and he gets convicted of lying to Congress, he's going to lose his government retirement check.
Yes. Yes. I like that idea. And when can he lose his pardon, his presidential pardon, if he gets caught?
No, you don't lose a pardon.
No, you don't. No.
He's being found guilty on different
Something
things
else that
outside
wasn't
of the
covered to
pardon.
pardon. And
Yes,
there's
because
also several states
it
in the
was an
United States.
11-year pardon. You know that, right?
And there's several states that are looking to charge him under state law too.
Yeah, they can get him on the state law, can't they?
No, hey, hold on. We have extradition laws, don't we?
Yeah.
If Australia wants to try someone in our country for a crime, we send them over there, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Australia, why don't you guys try Fauci for crimes against humanity?
Because we want to get our own government first. What they did to us.
You guys don't have your own government?
No, well,
No, they haven't been able to get them held accountable in the Australian government. The Australians were really strict on locking things down forever, like New Zealand was.
Yeah, Victoria was the worst. State of Victoria.
And now look at New Zealand. They're basically a blackout now, aren't they?
Oh, mate. The thing I find, getting off that subject about New Zealand, the thing I find about Fauci is, mate, they tell you to trust the silence, but the science. But when the science bloody pleads the fifth, what do you believe?
He didn't just plead it once.
111 times.
And there was a reporter that was outside his house, and he pleaded the fifth to that too.
Well, here's the thing, though, is he had no right to plead the fifth. That's why he was held in contempt.
Yeah.
That's why we give clemency to criminals, is so that they can testify against the bigger criminal.
100%.
No,
100%.
he screwed himself by pleading the fifth at all, you know. He would have been better off. I mean, I don't know how he would have been better off, you know, but
what about the attorney beside him showing contempt for the bloody congressional hearing? Bloody, what's his name?
He might end up losing his law license because he's probably going to get a complaint placed against him at the bar.
Yeah, well, he was informed not to sit up in that seat.
I
I
don't
don't
even know what
think
you guys are talking about.
Congress,
The
mate,
lawyer that got kicked out of the hearing. And I said
Yeah,
he's probably going to have to deal with the bar on his law license because I guarantee there's going to be a complaint filed against him, and he's going to have to
mate,
defend his actions in front of the bar association to keep his license.
Rand Paul hasn't
Yeah.
finished with him.
Meanwhile, we
Yeah.
got RFK Jr. that's
I
accusing
don't know what I'm gonna do now, but I'm sure it's not what you expect. Because
Dana
I'm an
Bash
old
is being
Kennedy.
COVID era media malpractice.
I like Kennedy actually as this job. It's just too easy to make fun of him.
He's doing a pretty good job at it in this
Yeah, no,
role.
exactly. He's doing a pretty good job.
He's
I
done a
like
very good
this.
job.
I like this food stamp thing. But what's this? What's this one, Brian?
He's bitching about Dana Bash, Biden's
From
press
CNN?
secretary. Wasn't
Yeah,
she press secretary?
yeah. No, yeah. Dana Bash on CNN.
Oh, okay. CNN. Okay.
Yeah, she's a CNN panelist or whatever, right?
I thought she was in the Biden administration at one point.
She might have been, but that doesn't mean that's not a thing. Like Janine Pirro is a federal judge now, isn't she? But she used to be on Fox News. So like it's not a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we were talking about Dana Bash.
Yeah.
RFK, he served her ass on breakfast, mate. He served it to her.
Yeah, I watched this and he did wreck her, and I don't remember how. Brian, do you have the video available?
Let
I
me
know,
see if
right?
there's one
'Cause
here.
I don't remember what it's about, but I remember he like wrecked her in she like 40 seconds, and then she tried to like come back and he wrecked her again.
He would be
I,
calling
Let
sick.
me let me get
yeah,
through the ads.
yeah. Her arguments are stupid, basically, right?
He would have been calling sick the next day at work.
Mm. Yeah, I know we're trying to get to the commercials. I don't even know what to talk about, but I remember watching this, and I always have fun listening to the RFK Jr., right?
Yeah.
I have fun listening to him talk because his larynx is so destroyed. And dear God, the stories I've heard of his life, who knows what caused the damage to his larynx, right?
Mm-hmm. Share
Brian's,
sound.
Brian's still trying to get the video ready.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I know, it goes as fast as it goes, right?
It was like a 2 minute ad I had to play through. There was no skipping.
Oh, I know how it goes. Trust me.
All right, here we go.
You're talking about rights, and I'm asking about a potential public health crisis that is coming. But I do want to
And one of the mistakes we made in the last time was suppressing those rights so people weren't being heard. The doctors who were saying you're doing it wrong were being marginalized and vilified.
Yeah,
and
because again, I really want to move on, but.
yeah,
You were saying you were
because
yes,
you
I
were
do.
part of the problem.
No, I wasn't part of the problem.
There was absolute press malpractice. You weren't allowing
Mr. Secretary,
your job is a fierce skepticism toward authority. And
yes,
you weren't doing that. You
I
were
am.
beating up
My
on
job
people
is
who
also
were dissenting.
No. Okay. Are you want to sit here and attack me, or do you want to have conversations
sitting
about
here and
public health?
attacking me.
I'm not attacking you.
CNN panelist, huh?
Yep. She was attacking him.
Oh, big time. She tried to make him look stupid, but it backfired.
They always do. And it's like, here's the question, and I've asked Brian this 1,000 times. Are these people actually this stupid Or do they think everyone else is this stupid?
They think everybody else is stupid.
So I can outsmart everyone is all of their thoughts, is what you're telling me. Uh it bothers me. And Ron, I'm sure I'm sure this is concerning you because you know as well as I what happens here happens there next, right?
Yep, that affects the world big time. Most
Yeah,
of the world, mate. If you
exactly.
come
The
from
world reacts to what the United States does, and I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I'm just saying that's how things work, right? Uh, fuck, shit, bro. For real, dude. You can make a shit ton of money by simply paying attention to American politics. I'm just saying, especially
yep,
in Australia.
mate. We got people going over to America because you're politics. Look at Miranda Devine. Got another chick coming through. Erin Molan. You know, they're getting on board. But anyway, I should start up a podcast and see where I go with it. I reckon I go all right.
All right.
No, what they're doing, like you look at Miranda Devine now. She's got a podcast called Podcast One. She's in. She's in. Yeah, she's check her out. She's in President Trump, all that, and she was just a journo from Sydney. She was on page bloody 12. That's
Okay.
what she from one of the bloody newspapers here in Sydney, the Daily Telegraph. Look at her now, mate. She's over in America, killing it because of the politics. The thing is, with American politics, this is why
Is
it's
is
hate
that
so much. But
is that the small like Indian looking woman?
no, she's pretty. She's not too bad for her age either.
I'm just saying
Maybe a bit
there's
of a
there's
build.
this Indian looking woman
Oh, yeah.
doing Australian politics on like I'm
Oh,
sorry, she's
yes.
not doing Australian politics. She's an Australian doing like world politics, usually talking about the United States, and I laughed my ass off it. It's
Rita,
oh,
Rita Perant or something.
okay, you know what I'm talking about. She
Yeah,
just
from
tears
Sydney.
apart every argument in like 4 minutes and spends an extra 20 minutes drilling the point in. It's like, wow, this woman's
It's on a
great.
TV show. That's the segment on the TV show. It's called News 24. Used to be called Sky News. They got Paul Murray
Yeah.
and that on there. Few of the other guys that, comment on American politics. But mate, like as you said, like America farts and the rest of the world smells it 5 minutes later, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, if something happens in America, it hits us 5 minutes later.
It takes more than 5 minutes, but yes.
Oh, that's a terminology for, you know what I mean? Very
Yes, I
quickly.
understand. Very quickly, I understand. Exactly. There we go. I understand that. Because, like, for example, the United States puts a policy in concerning trade routes. The entire world immediately follows. And you know that as well as I do. Uh, And for a while, I was thinking this isn't the right thing to do. Why should we do this? Then I found out that it was actually like an agreement after World War One. The United States would police the world's navigable waters for trade. And I was like, oh fuck, this is actually a responsibility placed upon the United States. Like, this is why they get involved with this shit.
Right.
So, I mean, let's be real, 100% real. What do we give a shit if Iran shuts down oil production in the Middle East?
I
Um,
think I'm telling it all now.
well,
The
why,
price,
if we got so much oil production inside the United States, why is our gas prices so high right now?
because we're saving it until the rest of the world runs out of oil.
Okay.
And I have something to say about that is I think a lot of the reason why the gas prices haven't come back down is that greedy business owners.
Trump's just came out and said that recently.
Yes. Um, I drive the next county over, it's 11 cents cheaper a gallon.
I can drive to the next state and it's $1 cheaper a gallon.
Well, that's just taxes that your state puts on it.
Yeah, because the next state over got rid of their state gas tax when prices went so high.
And that's the thing is these assholes put taxes on gasoline, then blame the president for gas
Yep.
prices. It's like, well,
Yeah,
you
so-
literally put the policy in place that made it cost more money.
Right. No, we didn't. We didn't have anything to do with it.
All right. What's up next, Brian?
Rand Paul says, well, we already know this is old news, that Fauci's
Oh, God.
contempt of Congress charges that they put to a vote have passed. It's been sent to the DOJ now. We'll see if the DOJ wants to act on it or not. Rand
Well,
Paul
they-
has been like a bulldog, trying to get to the bottom of all this COVID BS that's went on
He
for
has,
years.
and I respect him for that. He has not given up, and good for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, I also follow Ron Paul on YouTube's.
Gets confusing.
Yeah, the two of them do not agree on much, honestly.
Isn't one the dad?
Yeah, Ron Paul was the libertarian congressman who's like 89 years old.
Right.
Yeah, Ron Paul is the reason why I decided I was libertarian, honestly. But now he's saying shit that's like, oh my God, you're fucking nuts. But that's also a lot of it has to do with the way the economy has moved and the Overton window has shifted. You know what I mean? Because he's still talking about like fuck gun ownership. Not even gun ownership. Semi-automatic rifle ownership in a New York City apartment. And I was like, yes, I understand the argument and I agree with it. But
Right.
if you fire a rifle in a New York City apartment, it's gonna go through 7 fucking walls
Right.
before it hits someone.
Gonna do a lot of
Versus,
damage.
yeah, versus me out here in West fucking Virginia dealing with a fucking bear in my yard. Brian, I showed you the picture of the bear, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think one shotgun blast would stop that thing if it was pissed
Not
off?
a shotgun. No, not a
No,
shotgun.
no. Shotgun
No.
would just piss it off more, huh?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Because you know what a shotgun is. It's scatter
Yeah.
shot.
Right. Uh-huh.
You're not hitting its heart. You're just putting a bunch of freaking 9mm BBs in its hide.
Yep.
And yeah, it's not common you fight a fucking bear in the woods. But dear God, do you want to have at least a shotgun or a rifle with you? Or do you want your bare fucking hand? And this is what brings me up to Ron Pascoe. You Australians basically outlawed guns for the most part many years ago. Don't get me wrong, I understand you're allowed to own a gun in certain situations.
Very few situations.
Yeah, but what do you do when with the video of the fucking kangaroo choking your dog out? Are you actually supposed to go out and fist fight the kangaroo?
Well, there is actual video evidence of a guy actually punching out a kangaroo because it had hold of its dog.
Great. Do you want to fight the fucking what do they call those giant kangaroos? You know the ones I'm talking about, the grays?
Yeah, about 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
reds.
what are they called? The
Big reds.
grays.
No,
Big reds.
reds.
Big reds. Okay. Yeah, the giant motherfuckers. If it kicks you, you might die. Right?
Right.
No, it'll disembowel you if it kicks you in the right spot. You'll be disemboweled.
Okay. Wouldn't you rather have a fucking handgun if you're gonna fight this thing?
Oh, mate, you want to be standing a fair bit away from it because it is fast as lightning. It will come at you, and it doesn't
That's why you
just
need a
jump straight.
shotgun. That's what a shotgun is for. A
They zigzag
giant
when they jump.
scattershot blast that hits everything. And you guys
Mate,
like, no. You guys should fist fight this fucking monster.
That's what
see,
Crocodile Dundee would do.
yeah, see, that's not a knife, mate. That's the thing. Like, what happened in Bondi not long ago, and you guys know about it. You covered that, but
Oh
Yep.
God,
there's a
yeah, we
big,
did. This is a big deal, and I still love the fact that the guy had the biggest. This dude needed a fucking wheelbarrow to carry his balls around in. When he ran up and just took that man's gun from him, you know what I mean?
you fucking knocked him to the ground while he's carrying a gun. But the thing was, like, there's a big push right now for people to be able to carry guns in Australia again.
How's that going?
Mate, very
And
slowly. With legislation the way it is, it's, yourself, legislation just doesn't change overnight. So it's going to
I was
take a
also
while to
gonna.
happen.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right. It's going to take a while to happen. But see, like out in the rural areas, people
It
allowed to
is
have gun.
possible.
Yeah, you can in the city, but you've got to be in a gun club, and you can only carry it when you're going to and from the gun club.
Okay.
It's
I'm
got to be locked
surprised they don't
away.
make you keep it at the gun club, honestly.
No, well, it's got to be locked away in a safe area in a
Well,
vault
a
sort
lot
of
of gun
thing.
clubs have safes in the
Well,
U.S., so
a lot of states in the United States require you to lock up your guns and all that stuff too.
yeah.
Um, I have actually a gun closet that locks. I have all except my shotgun and one handgun in there. Shotgun is because I don't want to grab the key, open the gun safe to deal with a fucking bear, right?
Right.
And like you said, shotgun's only going to piss it off, but typically it's going to piss them off enough to go away unless they're actually trying to eat, you know? Uh, but I also have a handgun in my dresser drawer because who the fuck knows what's going to happen in the middle of the night? You know what I mean?
You're asleep, mate. You're asleep and you're banging your house. You're getting up, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's been sitting there mostly untouched, occasionally used for targeting practice. I don't understand why people think that gun owners necessarily shoot and kill people, which is exactly the argument I'm bringing up with Australia. It's like you guys are dealing with some serious fucking criminal animals. No, it's funny because it's just like the United States, believe it or not. I know you guys never want to make this comparison because it'll offend Australia for some reason, right? Everything's trying to kill you. You know what? Everything in the United States is trying to kill you too if you don't live in the fucking city. Have you ever seen a fucking mountain lion? Fucking 70-pound cat that wants to eat you. How are you going to stop a 70-pound cat?
You're not.
No, exactly. Because it doesn't come up in your front where you can shoot it, does it? It jumps on your back.
Yep. You're not even
And
gonna see it coming.
I'm not talking trash about Australia because everything there does want to kill you, but everything here does too. Like this is the only place in the entire planet that has alligators and crocodiles that share a habitat. Are you fucking kidding me? They're dinosaurs.
They're coming for you.
That's what gets me with these fucking giant, big red kangaroos, I guess. You guys just need to shoot them. You letting them like rip your children to shreds, you know?
But the thing is, you can't go around killing everything, mate. You can have culls, but you can't go killing everything.
Why not?
You can't go kill everything. You're right. But
It's like
what do these things weigh? What do these big red kangaroos weigh?
I would
I'm
like to guess,
guessing
mate.
200 kilos.
And they're all muscle. They are all muscle.
Yes, So when it hits you, like you said, it disembowels you. If it hits you, it's going to kill you. And you guys are letting it just disembowel your children instead of shooting it dead.
It's like you said earlier, mate. You chase the sparrows away, then the other things take over. You've got to keep the balance of nature going.
Wow, nice callback with the fucking Mao Zedong sparrows, dude.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the same issue Massachusetts had several years ago is they said you weren't allowed to hunt turkey anymore because there's not as many turkeys as there used to be. They still weren't endangered, right? Then all of a sudden you couldn't drive down the road without having to stop a state road. You couldn't drive down the road without having to stop for turkeys crossing the road. Because believe it or not, turkeys will just fucking walk in front of you. They don't give a shit.
Ducks do that too.
And what's even crazier, Massachusetts finally said, go ahead and hunt turkey, but they still don't let you use a rifle to hunt anything. You need to bow hunt turkeys.
Nice. Well, Bohan's where it's at.
Oh, if you're a true sportsman, yes, but I'm not looking for the sport, the thrill of the kill. I'm looking for fucking dinner. You know what I mean? Bird shot will do for me. Anyway, moving on with my endless rant of my drunken stone self.
So we got the Senate has confirmed Trump's nominee for Dr. Erica Schwartz as the new CDC director.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know who this is. Means nothing to me. Only reason why I even shared this was because of the whole Fauci thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Fauci fucked up so bad. No one seems to care. At least they put someone. At least they finally picked someone to do the damn job versus who was next in
Well,
line,
Fauci
right?
wasn't in that job. He
No, he
was
was
like, he had
HHS,
some
right?
other title. Yeah, he had a whole different title, you've been in that job for like 30 years.
Oh, the highest paid government employee of all time, right?
He's the one that stopped the AIDS crisis.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I brought this up several times recently when people talk about Fauci. Like, well, he did
I
what
know
he said.
I know how to trigger you.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, he did what he could. I was like, he handled the AIDS outbreak too, right? Like, oh, well, that was fucked up. I was like, same guy, same guy.
Yeah.
Maybe because you got taken in this time is why you just agree with him. Dear God, where are we anyway? We just all right. We're moving into the wife mentioned this to me. I
Did
guess
you go add your name to it?
I don't know. Do I have to add it or is it automatic? Because
You can do a search, but my name wasn't on there yet, so I added it. Some people, I don't know how they pick the names they put on there, but I wasn't listed as a name on there, so. But
you
yeah,
just drove. You just drove through the area. Did you add your name?
yeah, I did.
It wasn't there.
USA's up with a new military monument they're putting up because of the 250th anniversary of America in front of the Lincoln Memorial. And if you served in the military and you're still alive and your name ain't on there, it's real simple to go online and add your name to it, and it gives you a link to like share it if you want to share it out on your social medias or whatever. I didn't care about any of that, but I added my name to it, and
That actually sounds pretty cool. Actually,
yeah,
you could actually share it up. Like, hey, by the way, I'm on a national mall monument.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I think it'd been pretty cool if I still lived
So,
closer. I could go there and actually see it in person, but
well,
ain't
see,
there no more.
I was just gonna write. You just drove through the area, didn't you?
No, I went through West Virginia. I skipped DC. I'm coming back.
So you came right by me and didn't come
No,
by.
I didn't. I was.
I know, I know. Like
There ain't
like
no
West
coming right
Virginia.
by you, Jeffrey.
I know, like West Virginia is as small as Massachusetts, right? And don't get me wrong,
Exactly.
it's not Texas, but
Oh,
it's
And
Closest one.
you're not like on the beaten path either.
Dear God, no. No, I had a dude pull up today. He pulled up. I was pissing in my front yard, right?
Oh, I piss in my backyard here all the time. I'm loving living in the country.
Right?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I gotta pee. Go ahead, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly. That's what we do in the country.
and a vehicle comes up the road. I was like, oh, I better put my dick away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's be at least decent. Dude pulls over and I'm sure you know there's a little pull off across the street from me.
Yeah, yeah. And he was lost as
Asking,
shit.
yeah, yes. He was asking for a fishing tournament and whatever. I was like, I don't fucking know. He's like, would you fish? You live in the mountains. I was like, yeah, I fish. Why aren't you going to this catch and release thing? And I was like, because I have a license to take as many fish from the freaking water as I want. Like,
Right.
I can take what I want from the land. But yeah, I gave him directions. Like, well, I'm certain if you go that way, that's not where you want to go.
Right. You're not going towards any fishing the other way.
Well, you know as well as I, if you turn left out of my driveway,
You're
there's
going and you're
nothing.
going and you're going and you're going. You better have a full tank of gas or you're going to be
Yeah,
praying to the next gas station, which I did.
he's driving through the mountains. You go,
You're in a
Jesus
national
Christ.
forest for 4 hours at least. Ain't no cell service there either because that's not something the National Park Services
No,
allows, is cell
even more
towers.
true. And I actually kind of respect that.
I don't have a
And I,
problem with it either, you know.
and I understand why you want to put them in because if you get lost in the fucking forest, right?
Once I turned my GPS off, I was fucked, you know, because I couldn't get it
Oh
back
no.
on
If you
again.
have a connection, keep it. Because the
Yeah.
GPS will stay, but you need 5G, 4G, Wi-Fi, whatever to
To
get
get it
that
going.
connection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're driving 3 hours, 5 hours through the
Mm-hmm.
fucking oh
Yep.
my goodness. I've done it, dude. I live here.
Yep. Yep. Good area.
It's
I like
funny.
that area of the country.
The Australians like I have sand.
Well, Cuba has suffered another power failure, and the U.S. Embassy is warning Americans of these disruptions. How many Americans
Yeah,
are actually in Cuba? How many are
uh,
allowed there?
actually, believe it or not, this embargo thing, even the one that Trump put back in place, which people didn't realize was taken out of place.
I know in and not Biden, but Obama was president, they were allowing sailboat races to Cuba and all
Yeah,
kinds of people to go down there on tourist visas. And now I know the tourist visas they're not there anymore, but I know you can get a missionary visa and go down there on humanitarian reasons or for family visits too.
you can go there because you want to see Cuba. You can get a tourist visa.
I don't.
It's just you're not
Okay.
allowed to do certain things.
Okay.
Um, basically, you're not allowed to buy Cuban goods, bringing them back to the United States and sell them for for a profit.
You can bring them back for personal consumption,
Yes, that's
even
actually
though
how
Cuban cigars aren't that good anymore. But you know, that's what everybody thinks about when they think about Cuba.
they always do. Exactly. It's not that they're not good, but the rest of the cigars have caught up.
Yeah.
But I got a Cuban cigar right here that I'm showing you.
Oh, you got it from the cruise.
Brian's, yeah, got a Cuban cigar was in Jamaica, and I smoked one already. Is the smoked one?
That's still got a cigar left.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty gummy at that point, though.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, lads, I'll be out there, guys. Been a pleasure.
All right. Later.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a good weekend.
You
thanks for
too.
coming by.
No worries, lads. Thanks a lot.
All right, what were we talking about?
Um,
I don't know. Let's just move on to the next topic, right?
we got this former Marine that's been in prison in Russia, and now they're feeding him through a feeding tube. He's not actually in prison anymore. They transfer him to a hospital, but
Yeah.
his family, his mother apparently is in Russia. She has a court order to be able to see him, and Russia is still not allowing him to be seen.
Court order
Um,
from whom?
I thought it was a Russian court, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, well,
That's the only
that's
court that would
why
make any sense. To,
that's why I asked that
yeah.
because if a Russian court said
Oh,
yes,
see,
then
we got the international court said I could see him. You got to abide by it.
well, if it was
Um,
an American court, why
yeah.
does
What's
Russia
the
have
point of
to?
that? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right?
And our Secretary of State has addressed this concern with the Russian foreign minister when they saw each other in Manila recently. And I'm not really sure why they just won't. At this point, he's not alive. He's, I don't know why they just won't release him to the U.S. so we can try to get him better medical care and at least let his mother see him at this point.
Well, what is he accused of doing?
Probably espionage. I know it was in the article.
Probably. It's almost always what it is, right?
He's in a
Because
catatonic state.
what got me was they called him ex-marine,
You're
and it
never an
turns out
ex-Marine. Former
y-
Marine, yeah. He's been in prison since
inactive marine.
2022.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. He's been there for 4 years. I want to know what he's accused of and why
I'm looking
has he had
for
a
him.
trial?
Yes, he was a. Oh, I
He was
remember.
convicted.
It's in here someplace. He was accused of beating up people in Russia, and then he had problems in prison where he was accused of beating up people while in prison.
So he
That deal.
starts fights, is what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
And then he started fights in prison,
And
which got him more time.
he said that he was drugged. He was first arrested in January 2022 after fellow train passengers reported he was intoxicating and causing a disturbance while traveling from Sochi to Moscow to replace a damaged passport.
Mm.
He was later convicted that year for assaulting a police officer and sentenced to 3.5 years in prison. And he told him he believed his drink had been spiked. And then his legal troubles escalated while in custody when he's convicted of separate incidents involving altercations with prison staff and an investigator. His total prison term was for 10 years.
Okay.
So,
You would think if he's preparing to,
catatonic,
preparing to die, they would release him.
even though we're at war with Russia, basically.
We're not at war with Russia.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, not
I
technically
do
we
know what
are,
you
but
mean, but we're not, and that's actually the point. Because if they're not gonna do something diplomatic like that, how do we?
deal with them in the future.
Yeah, especially with what's going on. Iran and Ukraine are getting involved together because Ukraine's fucking stupid. Uh, what we talked about last week with the intermingling of the wars.
Yeah, we did.
Speaking of, what's up next?
Oh, we got Trump has Trump
The
has
Trump.
brokered Hamas disarmament
The Trump. I
deal.
like that. The Trump. And by the
I'm
way,
sure I've heard it before.
I'd like to point out we never pointed out, which is not like us. We never pointed out that he ends everything now on his Truth Social with "Thank you for your attention to this matter."
No, I
I
don't
think that's
follow
fucking
Truth.
amazing. I
I don't
love it.
follow Truth Social that much. So
Oh, well, that's where all of his stuff comes out.
okay.
He's not posting to X, right?
No, he's not allowed to. I mean, he is allowed to now, but he's refusing to at this point.
No, because he's got his own fucking social media network. You're not
Um,
following Trump on Truth? You're truthing, aren't you?
not that often. I haven't been on Truth
Ah,
in probably a year. But yeah, no, he's brokered a Hamas disarmament deal
I don't believe it.
while Saudi Arabia is planning an offensive with the Houthis. So he's trying to like kill this Israel because Israel's been all about Hamas for months slash years, you
Months?
know.
Yeah, I would say it's been at least a decade.
So we'll see
And
if this whole disarmament deal actually lasts, you know. Some of his peace deals have worked, some peace deals haven't, so we will see. And now Iran, it says, is planning to close. It's close to Hormuz plan with Oman, but reopening depends on the U.S.
yeah. See, the Strait of Hormuz has been closed since this fucking conflict started. You can say
It's
it's
been
not.
open some. Some
Not
ships have
real.
gotten through with
Some
a
ships
USS
have gotten
Squadron. Some have
through.
been gotten through if they pay the toll to Iran through Bitcoin.
Look at Brian drinking the tall boys.
Yep.
uh,
Not a tall
I
boy
just,
of Bud Light, though.
oh yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do to pay the bills sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yep, we got money. We got paid.
Yeah, I just hope that doesn't end up in your fucking personal account.
No, it's not. It's still in PayPal waiting for November.
Oh, I had a good look, by the way, on LLCing the show.
Should we finish the show before we LLC in?
Well, I'm just saying that apparently we can do it for free or next to free in West Virginia, depending on what we're doing.
All right. And we talked
So,
about this other one earlier where Trump
of
said
course we did.
Exxon and Chevron's making too much money on the oil pricing.
Yeah, I think
They're
it's the people
gouging.
that own the gas stations that are keeping the prices high to make money.
No, it's not. It's coming from the oil companies themselves.
I don't know. Like I said, I go to the next county over, it's 11 cents cheaper. You go to the next state over, it's $1 cheaper.
Yep. But that's all about gas taxes for most part for us, for me at least.
So oil's not actually up as much as people want to think it is.
No.
It's their fucking taxes that they voted for.
Yeah. Well, they probably didn't even vote for them. The state just puts taxes in place. They're voting for the people that put the taxes in place.
You're right. They voted for someone who said, you figure out how to do this and we're going to find the money. And they went to gasoline
Yeah. Easy
because
way to tax.
gasoline is bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out, as we mentioned tonight, apparently your fucking gasoline, your CO2 emissions don't mean nearly as much as you thought they did. Oh,
And
oh
then
my
we
God, man.
apparently got GPS jamming surges happening as China's
Yeah,
expanding their own navigation satellites.
um, they're saying China was involved somehow.
Yeah, they're launching their own navigation systems.
It's Here's the problem: is GPS is 50-year-old technology, right?
Yeah, but it's still the gold standard technology.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh no, it's fairly new." No, for you and me, it's fairly
Yeah,
new. The
it
fucking military.
military's had it forever.
Yeah, what do you think all the fucking rocket launches were for in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is it's 50-year-old tech and you're okay. I'm gonna date myself.
Oh
You or
boy.
I could have gone to Radio Shack and
Oh yeah.
spent less than $200 to jack up a satellite, and you know it.
I used
Just
to love Radio Shack.
oh, dude, I had so much. I went there all the time. I bought so much stuff because it was so much cheaper. Now I can get it all online, which is going to drive up the
Not
brick and mortar in general because of that. But I mean, I used to be able to build something that would disrupt satellites from my house. I didn't even have to launch them into orbit. You know what I mean?
okay.
Gee, all right. I'm just saying, it just tells me you don't know how a lot of this works.
I wasn't. I
Um,
mean, I like Radio Shack because it was convenient. So I didn't like get into a lot of building stuff at Radio Shack.
oh man, I used to go there all the time and buy bits and pieces for a project I was doing. Like I rigged up lights under my car that I could flick on when I went to like a party. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And bump my stereo and et cetera, et cetera. And I could have lights lighting up the ground. I did that all Radio Shack.
Nice.
Uh, yeah. Anyway, that was a long time ago. Oh my God, I'm so old. What are we talking about anyway?
We're in leftovers. I don't know if you want to
Yeah,
cover any of these topics or not.
yeah. I don't know. Anything in there worth talking about?
Probably not.
Well, have a good look. You pick any one of the four? No,
Three.
oh, three. Any one of the three you want to talk about?
We can talk about the Pakistani avalanche.
Oh, yeah. That's it reminded me of the person who fell off of a peak, famous rock in West Virginia who fell to his death recently. This guy died with like three or four other people in an
10
avalanche.
people. He was among 10 climbers that killed during this avalanche, and he was a famed climber. I think he was leading them, wasn't he?
I'm not sure, but he was a famous mountain climber and trying to do a infamous mountain cliff in Pakistan, which is again, again, climate change, global warming. This guy was killed by an avalanche with his crew in Pakistan.
Yeah, he was leading the expedition. He's actually climbed his exact climb 14 other times. No, he had climbed 14 different highest peaks in 189 days.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
This guy's busy, huh?
Yep.
And he got killed in an avalanche.
Well,
And again,
he died doing something he loved, so
yeah, and again, I just want to bring up that he died in an avalanche. So make sure everyone knows what an avalanche is. That's when snow falls so
yeah.
fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Afghanistan, which is a desert.
Pakistan.
I'm sorry, same difference in terms of a desert,
And
right?
accidents are common on climbing expeditions in northern Pakistan because of avalanches, falling ice and rock and high altitude and rapidly changing weather.
This goes right back to what I was talking about with the ice the glaciers in Indonesia, right?
Yep.
People are saying this shit's out of control, but come on. Dude died in an avalanche in, what was it, Pakistan, right?
Yep.
Nothing. All right. All
You
right.
gotta take Sharing back.
Yeah. Oh shit, I do. Oh my goodness. There is so much. I say so much work. It's actually not so much work. It's just paying the fuck attention, right? And I'm not very good at that. Let's be sure about that. Anyway, let's pinch this turd off. Let's see
All
if
right.
Hey.
I'm out of here.
Things are shifting.
Eddie,
We're gonna-
oh
there's
shit,
gonna be a new
wrong.
world order.
Oh
Wrong
well,
music.
we're done with it. That'll work.